Welcome to the Trophyz and Medalz podcast, where we discuss sports, fashion, music, and entertainment. Where trophies are temporary and medals are forever. What side are you on?
Welcome back to the Trophyz and Medalz podcast. It's your boy Batman with the Ebb Tide crew. We got twin Tony Love and Ebb Tide King in the building. What's good, fellas?
Doing
real good.
All right, we got a lot to cover today. We'll be going over the Super Bowl that'll be coming up next week, and in the NFL trade that may shake things up going into next year. We'll go over the big stock / Gamestop debacle. And how the big man and the little man, David and Goliath, are fighting each other on that. Also, we will go over liquor preferences. I know we always said a red flag for ladies is brown liquor. I had a conversation about that recently, but everybody have their drink that they like / love, or they got to stay away. So more to come on that. First thing first, the Rams made a power move. Some may say maybe a stupid move, but they gave up a lot to get Matthew Stafford out of Detroit to give them a solid and stable quarterback to go with their offensive weapons in that top-ranked defense. So how y'all feel about the trade and where that puts them at in their division and in the conference?
I thought it was a good move to get him. I just think, they definitely gave up a lot to get him, though. They ain't had to give up that. I mean, you ain't gonna give that many first-round picks for a guy that's 32 years old. You know, he's on the back end of his prime, technically. You know, now we see he's still 10 years younger than Tom Brady. So, I mean, you kind of, if he can last it, but you can't expect him to last that much longer. I mean, you can give him at least 6 more years, 5 to 6 tops. But still, that's a lot first-round picks to give up. But then at the same time, too, he ain't there in L.A., and they can't really afford all them first-round picks any damn way because, so it's kind of worth their while to get rid of them first-round picks because they don't have to worry about had it on their cap, too.
Yeah.
So,
there's going to be later first-round picks, too.
Exactly, and it'll be later first-round picks.
I think, I started to put this in the chat, and I said, I'm going to save it for the podcast. I think this trade all boiled down to him wanting to be near his BFF, Clayton Kershaw, for the Dodgers. They both high school teammates. He was a catcher. Stafford was a catcher while he was a pitcher on the baseball team. Kershaw was a center on the football team. And they tight, through and through, just like us after all this time.
Right, boy. That still was on the Rams, though, to make that move, though. So it's like, I
But
can't.
it's the leverage. I want to come to you, make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen. Yeah, exactly.
Like Anthony Davis, for example, to the Lakers.
Right, right. But they just did it. They did it the low-key way. They just kept it real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I didn't know that. That's a good point. I just was talking about that earlier. Relationships go into a lot of sports and moves and who gets opportunities and who gets traded.
And Kershaw been there since 2008. And, you probably go out there, see his boy in Cali, just loving it like, fuck. Don't want LA to Detroit.
Well, remember we just said last week too. We knew he wasn't gonna want to go nowhere, another grimy city.
Exactly.
Got to get a change of pace. I know his wife loving that, so
right.
I didn't think about that aspect of it on that. But that's an interesting because Stafford was what 6'3", 6'2". That's kind of tall for a catcher.
No, not too much.
Unless he's. The flexibility. What's your boy used to be for the Red Sox, where he can do a split basically and catch. But like I just thought that was just for the strike zone purposes. It's a little harder when you got a taller catcher.
No, not so much. Jorge Posada, he was 6'2", 6'3". He used to play for my Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
You were a big boy, but But that wasn't his sport ultimately.
Right.
Right.
I would thought he would have been a pitcher.
Nah.
Because of his arm.
With Kershaw stuff?
Yeah, is that? But think about it. But that arm still
tag team.
But that arm still is a factor as a catcher. Is he can try to catch people slipping. They're trying to steal bases though too. So that gun of that arm will still be a problem even with that too though. So, but no, I mean, I guess it's a good look. It's not they feel. I feel like the Rams are back. They could be back in the running now, of being legit and stuff because they already realized golf wasn't it.
I mean, the fact that they got to the second round with golf still says a lot of how good the team is overall.
Exactly. And all that money already put into the defense, they can't keep wasting precious years without having a comparable quarterback to at least keep it afloat. He's not even managing the team well enough for them to, like you said, that's just strictly like the defense just making stuff happen.
Mm-hmm. More opportunity.
Yeah. What do you think was the disconnect between with golf after that Super Bowl run? What went wrong?
I think people figured him out. Yeah, they figured him out. And he don't have the arm is not as strong as it looks. Well, you think it is. It don't seem like you notice he never threw a lot of, deep passes and stuff.
It was always crossing routes. But I think I know he had some injuries with the wide receiving core. As far as the speed guys. So those deep crossing routes wasn't, always there like they were previous times. But I just think it's game film and just probably people playing to undercut his stuff.
And then, I see what you're saying. I think with Cooper Kupp going down last season, that really exposed him.
Because Kupp was a big difference in that slot.
That was his safety valve to the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even with him going to the Lions, do you think the Lions cut him? Like, I don't.
That's too much money, man. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but they still got good money on him. So no.
Yeah, but the cap hit.
See it through.
But the cap hit goes towards the Rams as far as guaranteed money. So it wouldn't be a cap hit, I don't think, for the Lions. I think that's how that goes.
But they'll treat him as a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
Because
now that they got these 3 years.
Maybe
3. I think 3.
It's definitely no more than 3, but
now
I just don't see the Lions being in love with golf. That's what
they're not. But like I said, they can take that and now they can still get a quarterback in this draft now with all these picks now.
Yeah.
Well, one of the extra first round picks they got this year.
Mm-hmm.
They could package that together and try to move up.
Yeah, that's great.
They probably say, "Hey, don't make no plans in Detroit." There's gonna be some bubbles on the table.
Hey, the head coach for Detroit, Dan Campbell, he came from New Orleans, right?
Yeah. Assistant head coach.
Okay.
Yep.
That's I was talking to Jason earlier, and I was trying to figure out because Jason said that the new head coach of the Lions came from Tennessee. And I'm like, no, I'm sure it's Dan Campbell. Saints, right? The tight end coach, right?
Yeah, he was a tight end coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played tight end.
That's what I thought. I think it's a really good deal to be honest with you. I think the Rams. I think the Rams is a good deal for the Rams. To be honest with you, just for the games that I've watched golf, to me, him and Sean, to me, that the body language to me wasn't like the body language of the body language remind me of Aaron Rodgers and
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Hopefully, Dan Campbell and his relationship can be better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's important, especially at the quarterback position.
Let's start from the top. If your quarterback looks happy, your team gonna follow through.
And it's a rift. I think there was a rift between him and the coach. I think the coach is dynamic. I just don't think they're on the same page.
I don't think the defense respected them neither, though.
Me neither. Yeah, that's gonna be my next point.
But that's always the case when a great defense is like, "Oh, we holding them to 7 or 10 points. You can't
give us something.
You can't give us 3 touchdowns. Like, why are we in all these close games? Why are you making it so much harder for us?"
Right. Yeah.
And I think they look at them funny too because they didn't fight for Gurley.
Yeah,
like I think that defense felt. It might have been. But remember, they look at y'all ran him into the ground like that because y'all didn't trust Goff anyway.
So
good point.
I think I look closely to what Detroit gave up. So what did the Rams give up to get
2 firsts, a second? What was it?
2 firsts, a third. 2 firsts, a third, and Goff.
And then, okay.
And Rams just only got just straight up
Stafford.
That's it. Well, maybe a 4th round pick or something like I think it was, but that's it.
So y'all feel like the Rams got the better of the deal?
Short term, possibly.
Yeah, but I think longer term, I think Detroit because they got the extra picks.
I will say this:
but all on them to flip it right.
is decent for 5 years. I think is a good move. Like if you can get 5 good years, I'm not saying him be MVP or anything like that. Just whatever normally Stafford has been doing, just with better weapons now. I'm good with 5 years.
Now, does he go into being the second or third best quarterback in the division though?
And which one? Which quarterback?
Stafford.
Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson.
Garoppolo.
You said
I'll put him at number 2.
That's what I say. Is he 2 or 3? Because I wonder if you put him over Kyler Murray, because we already know it's Russell number 1 anyway.
Yeah, I'm putting him.
I say second. Yeah, I say Kyler Murray is more dangerous from game to game as far as game plan.
He just
consistency.
If he improves his quarterback percentage, his completion percentage, they're going to be a real problem. They're making strides, but his completion percentage needs to go up.
Right. So that's why I said. So if that's the case, then because prior to this, you went up because you could kind of say Goff and Garoppolo was like 1A, 1B, or 4th place.
Yeah.
So so you did go up now in quality of quarterbacks now going forward. And Stafford always had, he got a good personality. He's always been good with people. So he's never had no issues or rifts with nobody. It's just you in Detroit.
Yeah. But say this though, I think Rams got the better deal immediately, but I also feel like them getting Dan Campbell and then getting a new quarterback, hopefully
slate.
Yeah, it's a clean slate, but also hopefully, it kind of reunites some energy into golf. But Dan Campbell, he's coming from a pretty good system. So,
I don't agree with the hire of Dan Campbell though. How good were our tight ends this year?
Damn, good point. Do you count Taysom Hill as a tight end?
Yeah. Yep, that's who y'all tight end was. Exactly.
But you know what? Yeah, okay. I agree with that. I agree with that. But you know what though? I think honestly, I think he's going to surprise a lot of people though, because he's coming from a good culture. You know what I mean? And I think Dan Campbell, first off, with Detroit, I don't know if y'all know, but them players, I was listening to something Reggie Bush was saying. He was like, man, them players just don't give a shit in Detroit.
Detroit.
No, right. But I think that a guy like Dan Campbell can bring on
change that culture.
Yeah.
If ownership stay out the way.
I think that's part of the problem too. Because if the ownership don't, like I say, same thing with the quarterback, same thing with ownership. If ownership don't give a damn, then the players is going to be out there just doing whatever.
Remember, this is the same ownership that made freaking Barry Sanders and Megatron retire early because they just cared about selling tickets because they knew that was their money makers and not worry about building a team around them.
Mm-hmm. So I
So
think
that morale system is real.
And you had Mike Millen pick 4 wide receivers 4 years in a row.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
hit
I
on
forgot
none of
all
them.
about that.
for
I
sure.
forgot all about
Well,
it.
Roy Williams was nice,
Yeah,
but he
Roy
got
Williams,
better.
yeah,
But he got nice when he went to Dallas. He got
Yeah.
better in Dallas. So
But I'm interested to see what Detroit, what's going to be the product that they come out with the next season. I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Okay, we'll see because they try to go once again stealing from the Belichick cheating tree, GM wise. Thinking we'll see what that's gonna do. Now you got your boy Campbell here, come from New Orleans, and I guess he should hopefully have learned the scouting reports of how the Saints pick players.
And he got Aaron Glenn was his defensive coordinator.
And I'm happy. I'm super happy for that, though. I'm super happy. That's one of my favorite. Like I said, that's one of my favorite low key corners of all time.
So,
He got me a lot of interceptions on man back in the days. I messed up a lot of people's souls picking the Jets. You're like, why the hell are you picking the Jets? Just off of picking Aaron Glenn.
Does anyone know the last time the Lions actually been to the playoffs?
2015, I think.
that sounds about right. Yeah, somewhere around
They lost the Cowboys, I believe.
And then before that, it was probably like another 5-year plus or something crazy like that.
Gotcha.
2011, they played the Saints. We beat them. In the
Okay. Got you. Okay. All right.
They still haven't won a playoff game. What they won? One playoff game since
57. Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
tough.
Very tough.
91 against the Cowboys.
It's like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? So you come in knowing that history.
That type of history,
that's a slap in the face from jump for the players.
I hope they can get Detroit ownership out the way and change the culture. If not, I see Dan Campbell being there only 2 seasons.
But I will say this though, I'm a person. I know y'all was saying he comes from a good system and all. I'm not a believer, and it's crazy because my coach is an example of that. But I think it's rare that a coach comes from a system and it carries over to him being a head coach.
Well, that's true, but that's where like you said, that's where you have to separate yourself from your former culture, and you gotta make your own niche. Like your coach, like you just said about your coach, he came with a whole different totally system than you'd have thought he would have. You'd have thought he just would have mirrored i.e. what Matt Patricia did in Detroit. He mirrored everything, and that shit fell miserably.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your own style to it. You can't just say, and I think that's what teams are doing. They're hiring a Belichick disciple and thinking, I'm going to get Belichick.
Well, speaking to what, your coach and Coach Vrabel, I didn't think he would be as good as he is because the year before when he was with the Texans, he had the last ranked defense. Mm-hmm. And then they demoted Romeo Crennel for him to take over. And the year before, Romeo Crennel had them top 5. I'm like,
but remember that's the same year too. JJ Watson got hurt again.
Well, here's his thing, and this is why I'm going to give Dan Campbell the benefit of the doubt, is because that's a piece that he's really good at, is establishing and bringing culture to the organization, and which the organization needs first. It starts with you bring a good culture to the organization, then, the sky's the limit. But I mean, if you don't have no type of culture within your organization, I don't give a shit who the hell you got head coach or
exactly.
It's just not going to work. So that's why I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So I'm excited to see what type of energy he brings to Detroit. And hopefully Detroit, and to piggyback off of Rashawn said, hopefully Detroit is open to
let him do that.
Exactly. Because they need it. They need it.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, I'm actually for within the trade, I'm happy for actually both teams. I'm happy Stafford's out of there. Then I'm kind of happy, like you said, that the 2 people that they did hire, Campbell, I know too much, but I'm happy that he did pick Aaron Glenn to be the defensive coordinator, especially how he had the secondary playing so good for for y'all Saints anyway.
Right
On
on.
top of that, so I want to see how can he really do that with a whole defense. Would be very interesting to see. So so I'm like, I think it was a win-win actually for both teams. I thought it was.
And they drafted a young corner last year, right?
Yes, they did. They definitely got another good young corner because they got rid of
Akuda, right? Akuda from Ohio State, yeah.
Exactly, because they traded Slay out of there because he wanted out to Philly, and then they came back and got another top one, and now you got Aaron. So we shall see. And now they can use those actual. They're gonna probably use them first round picks, for defense anyway. I think they're gonna try to roll more of building a defensive team first, then go offense.
Yeah.
But nothing. We was talking about systems with Vrabel. I think what Vrabel did to buy in the team is that his energy as far as getting on the field, and instead of just talking, he out there showing you too. And the fact that Vrabel played both sides of the ball, I think also helps too, is that he understands the mentality of an offensive player and a defensive player.
They say Vrabel's still in football shape. He doing the drills with him and everything in practice.
Yeah, and that's why I said that's all.
On both sides of the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like he's showing how to get release off the line for the receivers, for our tight ends and such. So I like that's what I like about him. He's gonna make you fight for him.
And that just roll that tape when he was at Ohio State as the strength and condition coach when he laid out that fan. Like, ain't nobody coming on the field no more that season.
That was him?
That was him.
Oh, damn.
roll that footage.
I remember that too. I didn't know it was him though.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay,
yeah, they say he was a beast in high school too, though. They say he was a monster of an athlete in high school. They also say Brady used to get on the Belichick skin, which I can see.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. So like he learned from this, but he still was gonna do it. That's why I said he learned a lot, but he's still gonna do it his way. But he's gonna do it his way though. Because he questioned, I think he questioned Belichick a lot, or he tried to be like trying to, call him out on certain things that he want to hear though. So
exactly. I mean, and Vrabel had that vantage point on that because Belichick ain't out on that field. Belichick ain't seeing what he's seeing. I mean, same thing. Randy Moss questioned him on that too. Like, hey, you gonna get out of single coverage? I ain't never seen a single coverage a day in my single high coverage a day in my life. What you talking about, man? They're gonna be double back there. 3 plays into the first game. Double safety back there.
See?
Gotta trust you on the field eyes sometimes.
Single high coverage. Oh, Randy Moss, get the fuck out of here.
Even kids on Madden know better than that.
Exactly. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do no single coverage. We're gonna make sure we got that. That's why he called a free safety. We didn't be out there.
Ain't no cover 3 out here. Get out of here with that shit. So with the Rams making that move, obviously they're out of the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes.
Of course. I don't think they never was in it in the first place. They ain't had no chance anyway.
They had enough to give, or at least enough that the Texans will want. So
exactly.
And that would have cost them more because I think, Deshaun Watson.
That cap, it's more too. That'd hurt the cap much more.
Rams pick later.
Yeah, and I don't want them low ass picks. And yeah, he was saying I want them low picks anyway. So now that was a no go.
So I think it will work out for the Rams. It would be crazy if Watson ended up going to the Niners. That would be a crazy division. Even crazier than when it already is.
But not gonna happen because Houston is not gonna take no draft pick on the 5th pick.
Where are the Niners at? They top 10 though, right?
Yeah, they top 10. I don't think they top 5 though.
No.
I don't think they're taking another top 5 pick.
Yeah.
And then you got to give up now that you got 2 first round picks for Stafford. Now Houston getting, but
they set the standard.
Yeah, but at the same time too, Houston is in shit because of the fact Deshaun still has control over this, and they can't. And everybody knows they can't demand anything because Deshaun was out, and all teams gonna lowball them. And Deshaun already said on top of that too, he don't want them to gut. Any team that he goes to, he don't want them to gut themselves neither.
Like
to just bring them that. Like they said, like basically the Carmelo thing. He said he don't want to do.
Hey,
that's what was said. Hey.
That was said.
That's what was said.
I'll second that. That's what said. That's what was
said.
said.
That was
said. Already got one Nick
said
in the group.
I did hear. I did hear that.
That's been actually put out there. Hey, I ain't say that. That's what his people said.
I'm sorry, Batman. That was put out there. That was I heard that too.
I had nothing to do with this. I'm just only speaking of what he said.
That was the message put out there.
Yeah, he said I don't want to be gutted. Yeah, calm down. He said I don't want to be gutted like that.
Sun's going down. Sun's going down.
Yeah,
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a quick break and then we can come back and we can talk about Aaron Rodgers' potential new home.
All right.
All right, continuing with the NFL. So I was in Walmart yesterday, and I went to the bathroom and took a piss. I remember seeing this meme when it was like Aaron Rodgers pissing in the bathroom, and John Gruden walks in and come piss to him to the stall right next to him. So I had a bright idea. Why don't Aaron Rodgers go to the Raiders and finalize his career there? So, John Gruden, that's his man crush. As far as one of his man crushes as far as QBs, and new stadium, former MVP, you got to sell tickets whenever these buildings open back up. You got a young fast receiver, run game, tight end.
It's a typical Raider move. It's
great.
It's a typical Raider.
Future great tight end, future all-time tight end. If they play that right now. Your boy
He's
special.
Hey,
come on, man.
Hey, he in the wrong city. First of all, with his past history.
Oh,
yes.
I never said he'll finish his career there. I'm just
No, they didn't even finish it. This hope he can make. He day to day not being in Vegas with the past habits he had is not good. Thank God for the pandemic this year. Maybe it was a little, and we legal. It's a legal state. Yeah. This is not good. This is a recipe of disaster. So no. Don't come at me with none of that. But the Aaron Rodgers move will be a typical Raider move if that will happen. Because, we all getting people on the back end of their career and then and stuff. So.
Good option, Carl.
I'll take him over Carl any day. I need the bumble type. I need that Bible thumper gone. So no doubt.
He a free agent, right?
No.
I think he got one more year. No, he might. No, he got one more. I think one more year left. If that's, I think it's no more than one. I know it's either yes or he's.
I'm pretty sure it's
coming. He will be.
Let's put it like that.
It's coming. Yeah, it's 1 year left for sure. No more than one more year for sure. It was a 4-year deal, and now I know that as of now we're looking at it now. Mac and everybody going into like their 3rd year of being gone is upcoming. So so it's definitely one. Yeah, it's one. So, so that's he's definitely cuttable. We can see. I don't know what we're gonna give up to get him. Will be the interesting question.
Now that's the $1 billion question because they gave up a lot of picks for Matt. No, they got picks for Matt. No, they got picks for tripping.
Yeah, we got but those kind of already I've already pretty much faded out now.
Well, I'm saying, but they still got it. Ain't like they depleted, so they can give
true
in the future.
Yeah, so.
And how many? You don't really get too many picks for no almost 40-year-old quarterback either, though.
You bet not.
But again, it's Gruden. I'm here for 10. What he's here
no.
Years.
We got Mike Mayock. I got Mike Mayock to keep him somewhat civilized of like not doing anything stupid. Because I'm gonna tell you this, I respect Mike Mayock to the highest level. Because when he brought Antonio Brown, I promise you, and I know he probably said this verbatim. He said when that motherfucker tripped, he gone.
Yeah.
He looked Gruden dead in the eyes, and I bet you he called him a motherfucker. I promise you, he said that. He said the first moment he threw on that bullshit, he gone. And then once he was on that bullshit, he was gone. Like and then I know he looked at Gruden and said, I told you. Yeah, I told you about him. And
Damn, that's so crazy. Like I don't even like that's wiped out of my memory of him being a Raider.
exactly. It's so how quick because Mike Mayock don't play that, dude. Hey man, you gotta respect any white boy that can play corner, dude. Different mentality. Ain't having that shit. It's a different mindset. So Mike Mayock will not. He ain't gonna gut the team to get anybody. He's only gonna do a deal that he feel like it's worth it. Now I feel too though. If we see anybody worthwhile in the draft, he's not gonna just go around here and go grabbing people. But he's got to convince Gruden over the top as that they're gonna be more worthy of we doing this than doing that. Well, Rodgers would fit us. He's definitely a Raider. He got the Raider mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So he would blend in and be a Raider ASAP. And he's a West Coast cat too. So not like he'll he's a super asshole. So he blends in automatically with Raiders coaching.
As far as Aaron Rodgers, I was thinking about this the other night. Out of any white person I know, he's the only white person I know that got that. You know what? Fuck all y'all. I don't know. Nobody else.
In interviews, just
interview his own family.
Yeah. So can I quick? This is so. The same reason. So what Anthony just said. That's why I don't feel like he's gonna be a good fit. If he got traded to the Reds, I don't think he's gonna be a good fit because of that attitude.
No, that attitude is a Raider attitude.
That's a Raider attitude.
That's why he fits. Derek Carr is not a Raider. He has nothing in him that he has no type of Raider personality at all, and that's why we don't like him. He don't fit.
But let me ask you this though. Do Gruden have that attitude?
Gruden guys get the gap and full of shit.
Okay. But
that's all that is. He sells you to think he know what the fuck he doing, but he don't know what the fuck he doing.
But
he's a used car salesman.
Yes.
I agree with you. I agree with that. But here's the thing though, do Gruden have the I don't give a shit attitude though? As you say, the culture of the Raiders.
Well, no, he doesn't.
You know so I guess I'm saying like you can't.
No. I'm gonna take that back. No, he does. His personality does fit the Raiders. Is carefree. He don't give a fuck. He gonna do it his way. No, that's the Raider model. But he's just not a competent coach.
No,
he sell the perception that he can coach, but he's not a coach.
Okay,
and that's what the thing is. He's basically
he's the
what
face
it
of
is.
franchise.
He's the Bill Clinton of football.
Okay. And the thing about Gruden that always pissed me off is when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl championship. All these former Buccaneers will shit on Tony Dungy. Oh, Tony Dungy was too nice to win a Super Bowl. He didn't put emphasis on the offense.
Right.
But when Gruden come in, he did the same exact thing. He didn't put the emphasis on offense. He never had to develop the quarterback. Never had a top 10 offense while he was with the Buccaneers. Why shit on Dungy and elevate this dude who didn't do shit, who basically did the same thing as Dungy?
Because he got the gift of gab.
Yeah. I guess my question
he was acting like he wanted to be your friend you can go drink with, have a good time, have fun with. Dungy, straight and narrow, family man, you go to church, we ain't doing all this extra stuff. That, he didn't come off football mentality overall.
No, don't raise his voice.
Yeah, don't raise. Yeah, he's not about that. Well, Gruden, he's all of that. Like I said, he sells the game. He'll sell you on anything and make you believe he know what he's doing. But like you said, the record shows you he hasn't done anything.
So let me ask you this then. So, given the point where Aaron Rodgers is in his career, what coach in the NFL y'all feel like he will really gravitate to? Because let me tell you,
nobody.
It don't sound like it don't.
Tom Brady, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only one.
and here's the thing, and now I'm kind of like rethinking my position on this. I think for the reason why the Raiders don't give a shit, because here's the thing, I think Aaron does. There's a part of him that really do, and I don't think Gruden and Rodgers is a good marriage. What do y'all think?
I mean, I personally don't think so, but it's
no,
again,
because he'll get pissed off because he'll get mad to realize that Gruden don't know shit. That's gonna piss him the hell off.
Yeah.
Like once he,
like
so
even LaFleur knew how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of conversation that's going to happen.
Wide banana ain't shit.
Spider 2 wide banana.
Yeah, cause I feel like B and Aaron Rodgers could be we can be kinship brothers for sure. Of like we care, but you gonna get the I don't give a shit attitude first though.
Right.
And
you gotta relax. 2 games, relax.
Yeah, and you gotta but y'all made a great call. Yeah, Sean Payton, because he would give him maybe Bruce Arians. Those are 2 will probably let him. Those are 2 I feel like will give him the true free realm to be him. They know what he's doing on the field. Y'all just talk. Y'all talk things out. Y'all get on the same page. But y'all gonna talk, and I can see him talking to both of those coaches in a respect manner, to where they'll be on the same page. Where Gruden gonna do all that talking, and then Rodgers gonna be like, "Motherfucker, you don't know shit."
Mm-hmm.
And then
basically
that's like,
talk himself out of favor.
And then Rodgers gonna get in that line. He gonna get in that huddle. Man, don't you listen to the goddamn thing he said. You do as I say, and we're gonna be good in these streets. Just listen to what I do.
But maybe that's what Gruden needs. Maybe that's what Gruden needs. He needs somebody that's going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's never the quarterback to challenge him.
I'm the captain.
Or call him out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know
kind of call, because he's always had the passive quarterbacks, or over the years, he's always had passive people that were just living above their means as is of being a quarterback.
And the thing is, with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and up until this year for Tom Brady, they all wanted what Peyton Manning had. Peyton Manning had full autonomy when he was on that field. If they send another receiver in, no, send that motherfucker back. He trying to do that one hand catch shit. What the fuck? You put 2 hands on the ball. I put it right here. You catch it right there.
Catch and tuck. Catch and tuck. But that's a good point. Like,
trying to do this highlight reel shit.
When I was like in high school, I always thought about that. I always thought, because just seeing Peyton Manning, I thought more quarterbacks had the ability to check in and out of plays, make certain suggestions, this and that and the other.
You thought, it kind of, the perception made you think that for sure. Because watching Peyton, but as you said, now that Peyton is gone, you realize, like, damn, these things really ain't got these quarterbacks ain't got no say.
Yeah, because I thought that was just like, I know in high school, like for my friends that played, like we used to be out there like, why y'all didn't audible out of that? Because that's the play that was called. Like, so I understand that for that level. But I thought once you got to the pros, or if you was really good in college, like you really had, it's one thing to audible, but like you said, Peyton Manning had a whole different level of control. You know what? I mean, shotgun, let's go on the center.
Yeah, he probably the only quarterback had that much free range than any.
Yeah,
I think Breeze was.
Breeze got they got to that point.
Yeah,
and, they got to that point. But like you said, they probably the people like we thinking even in the past, like you would think Joe Montana, Steve Young, Warren Moon. You thought maybe a lot of those guys kind of had that same realm, but they probably didn't. Even
Terry Bradshaw had his own thing. He called his own plays. He don't get credit for that.
Okay. So, so it's interesting now. So, but no, I mean, if we would get Aaron, I'll be ecstatic because that means David Carr is gone. But I just can't see. I just don't see it happening.
Him and Gruden.
No, but yeah.
Me neither. I don't see it either. Matter of fact, here's the thing. I actually see Aaron Rodgers being more frustrated.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can definitely see that too. Yeah, I can definitely see that too. Because like y'all was saying earlier, it's like once he has a few quarterback meetings, and unless they get like a good coordinator, I can see that being a frustration point. It's like, what are we doing? Like I can just see Aaron Rodgers responding that way and just from there.
And I know Ty King, I told him this, but keep in mind, remember this: Keyshawn Johnson was ready to fight this man on the sideline in the middle of a game.
True.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, I remember
it all.
In the middle of a game.
Yeah. Yeah, and Keyshawn full of shit, but he know the game.
Yeah.
But like, he knew like, this motherfucker don't know shit, and why the fuck is you calling these plays? And that was driving, Keyshawn crazy.
Yeah, Keyshawn did mention something that previous, like he's like, how I go from scoring all these touchdowns these years when I first started, and I come here with a better team, I can't get shit.
Right.
I forgot who else the other option that was throwing to in the red zone, but he's like,
Keenan McCardle.
He's like, but you can't figure out to get the ball to me. Okay.
Right, the best receiver on the team.
Yeah, Keenan McCardle and Joe Jurevicius.
Right.
Yeah, Jurevicius. That's who it was. Because Dara was telling me about that. She was like, she had a Joe Jurevicius jersey. But, I think that was her. I was talking about when they won their game. But yeah, he had that one season and blew up, and then he fell off, and that was the year that Keyshawn, I think, only had like 1 or 2 touchdowns. Yeah, but like 100 catches. It's like that shit don't add up.
Nah, not at all.
So, but yeah, I definitely think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be gone though. I don't think based on his recent interviews and seeing him in the back of a pickup truck with a case of beer.
Yeah, that was really wild too. To say like, what is you doing, yo?
He extra comfortable. Nah, when in Rome, but yeah, I think he's gone. At least I hope he's gone. I think it'll be best for him.
Yeah, but like you said, it's about where though is the question though, because it's like a lot of teams kind of decently okay with quarterbacks, or they want to go completely young though.
Panthers. That's just
hold up. But I don't think he's going nowhere. I just think this is up in smoke, personally.
But that's some typical Aaron Rodgers stuff too, though.
But is he? Hold on. But hold on. Can he just is he a free agent this year?
No.
So that's
1 year left.
They're gonna lose pieces though with his cap.
But they would have to trade him, right?
Yeah.
So really, he goes wherever they trade him, right?
Yeah. But I also think for Aaron, well, at least I would think Aaron Rodgers deserves to have some say where he goes.
He doesn't,
but he should. But only that's come back to now. Before we ended the last segment was that where Deshaun Watson is showed us a new day in the league because he got a new trade clause, and that's what makes him have leverage of where he wants to go because he can veto any spot though if he ain't feeling it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. So
that's what makes his situation so crazy is that he probably would have been gone already to somewhere that he didn't want to really go.
So let me ask. So Deshaun, he has more power where he can go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he has to approve his trade.
He has to approve. He can approve it.
So he can say, yeah, I want to go to this place, but y'all making them give up too much. So
no matter what, he can still, no matter what.
He can say that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he ain't going to stay there because he's already made it clear. He's willing to sit out because he's already got almost 80. He already got $80 million off the rip of the sign-up this past season and signing bonuses where he could sit out. He can down there and sit out as long as he want to put the pressure on them to make a move.
He stands to lose $21 million if he sits out. That's it.
But he's already, exactly, 21 but he already made 80 already though.
So did y'all report? So did y'all see the report where the Texans said that they have zero interest?
They gotta say that. They gotta
say that because they trying to make sure maybe nobody undermines them in a negotiation.
Business wise, it makes no sense for them to keep him. Makes no sense.
Yeah, man, it's a nasty situation, man. But like I said, that no trade clause, I think going forward, especially for quarterbacks, they should negotiate that. They should negotiate that in their contracts.
They ain't gonna, trust me, all quarterbacks gonna be negotiating it going forward. Yeah, that no trade con. Like for him to get it in his was surprising. I would have never thought he would be the one to get that. But he got it, and now he's using it as leverage. And typical, the ownership of Houston has been horrible for the longest anyway. So this is not surprising, but they needed this karma to actually come back to get them.
And Twin, I think, next 2 seasons, they don't have a first-round pick. I think
they got to get something.
They got to get something. I mean, if they had at least a first-round pick this year, I think he's, he probably considers staying. It's a 50-50 shot. He wants to trade out, but nothing. Next 2 seasons, no premier player coming in.
Really?
As a rookie.
So here's the thing. So I've texted this on the group me. I've changed my opinion about Deshaun Watson.
Yes, I saw that.
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting for this part.
Yeah, very wise man of you, but let's hear this out though.
So here's the deal.
You can't. No, don't read it going in there. You take that out.
Here's the thing. Just like here's the thing. When I create step shows and when I'm cooking, like I do research. Here's the thing. I didn't do I can admit this on this podcast. I didn't do my homework on Deshaun Watson.
You don't say.
You don't say. Exactly.
Hey, look. I can admit this. Hey, Rashawn, I'm gonna take your word. I can hold this L up high. Hold on. Let me put my video on. Let me show you. I can hold it L up high. Okay, cool. Check this out, though.
Okay. Good.
To be honest, I'm glad Stafford went where he went. And if I had a choice, the quarterbacks in this class to get, I'm on the DW train.
Choo-choo.
Well,
And
good. But guess what? That's nice to know, but y'all ain't getting that nigga. But it's nice to know that you feel that way.
Right here on this podcast, because I'm admitting I was wrong. Right?
Say it again.
Hey, there's no need. You were wrong when you said it. I'm good.
Hey, say it again.
But
I'm just happy to get him out of my division. I'm tired of seeing him twice a year. Sometimes three times a year.
This is a good podcast episode here. I'm liking this today. This is going good.
I can admit my wrong. So here's the deal. Now that I understand, and I didn't know that about his clause in his contract. I'm you know what? I'm really hoping that we get him. I really do.
No.
Well, y'all ain't nowhere in sight though, but hey, much respect.
Yeah.
He only want to go to New York or Atlanta or Miami. Mainly, but the Jets is looking like the best fit.
Yeah,
overall.
but here's and this is what I don't understand. Why would you go to the Jets?
He's gonna go to Atlanta.
I think he's gonna go to Atlanta. I think Atlanta's been my pick. I want Atlanta to draft him.
No, he likes the coach, the new coach that they from San Fran. He likes that coach.
Ooh,
and he likes the fact that he just like the New York. He just like New York atmosphere. He's always in New York all the time. So he just has gravitated to that vibe.
What I was gonna say, they ain't gonna work. I was about to say, before they got their coach, would y'all, as Saints fans, would y'all do this? Would y'all trade Sean Payton in a first for Deshaun?
Whoa.
No.
Wait, what now?
No.
No. So, like, that's how the Gruden deal happened in the past.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Would y'all been willing to trade Payton and a pick for Deshaun Watson?
No.
No, what I'll say, yeah. Y'all crazy.
No.
But that wouldn't work with the Texans because you got to get rid of Jack Easterby.
Okay, hold on. Look. First off, the answer would be no, because Sean Payton he's the maestro, bro.
I know. That's why he's a trade piece.
But do you think Jack Easterby giving up that control?
Yeah, I mean, no. The answer would be no. No, absolutely.
When they were sitting up there talking about Peyton to the Cowboys, Peyton got to be the man.
Yeah,
plain and simple.
I know. I'm just saying, but it was just something that came to mind.
Cowboys. That ain't happening in the Texans.
Nah, it's not. Here's the thing. I like Deshaun Watson. I think he can contribute to the organization. but giving up Sean Payton?
No.
I agree with you.
But Ty King made it a couple of weeks ago. You said Deshaun Watson for Michael Thomas in the first. I might be on board with that.
Here's the thing. I would give up.
Y'all not fans of first round picks anyway, so now y'all can give up 3 of them. And Michael Thomas.
So here's the thing. If I had to, I would give Thomas.
So think about this: Deshaun, a third and a fourth for Michael Thomas, and 2 firsts.
I'll take Deshaun.
I'll say one first. I don't see 2.
Matthew Stafford just went for 2
Not
firsts.
back-to-back years. So maybe one this year and one 2 years down.
Nah, you gotta go back to back. Y'all done screwed. Nah, Matthew Stafford just screwed that up. You automatically give up damn near 3 first round picks for Deshaun. Remember, Deshaun is only 25.
Yeah.
So you giving up a lot now.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you got Michael Thomas though, man. I think Michael Thomas and 1 first. I don't think Thomas and 2
No. Deshaun is still better than Michael Thomas.
So
you can't. No, so you still gotta give up the other 3 first round picks. That don't balance shit out. No.
Y'all trying to pull off a heist.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if teams be like, "Hey, look, we'll give us Kamara for him."
Ooh, fuck.
Oh no, hell no, okay. Now hold on.
Hey.
I draw the line.
Hey.
Well, I draw the line, baby. No, boo.
Hey.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, think about.
Nah, bro. Nah, you
go. Remember that you got that. I'm gonna break this down to y'all of how I look at this. This is, hey, I feel like I'm the trade guru of this click here. I'm gonna break this down to you why that's possible.
Kamara's off the table.
No. Kamara's off the table, bro. Kamara's off the table, bro.
Now I'm gonna tell you,
David Johnson back.
You said what?
That's fucked up.
Bring who
I'm
back?
gonna do that though. I'm gonna break it down. David Johnson. No. I'm gonna break it down why that technically you will have to at least be open-minded to it. I'm gonna just break it down. Now, you do Deshaun, Kamara, and only 1 first round pick. Because you remember now, Kamara was only a 3rd round pick.
Right.
He flourished to be as good as he was. Michael Thomas is already a 1st round pick, but you look at your value that you feel about Kamara over Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
So now you lowering more 1st round picks.
No, I got you. I feel you on that.
That's, but you might have to take, but then but you know what? They might try to strong arm you to doggone take David Johnson, but y'all don't have to. But you might have to now give up maybe multiple 2nd round picks or something because you don't want to take too much contract.
I don't think Deshaun Watson would veto that trade.
Yeah,
I think he would take the.
He won't. Yeah, he don't want Kamara. Yeah, exactly.
He would want Kamara.
Exactly.
We're about to run out time of the cut, so let's go ahead and take a break, and we can jump back into the snitch section.
Hey, first of all, I'm innocent.
All right, next up, we about to get smarter. So I know we talked about stocks last episode. The snitch, aka Raheem Medalz, he predicted it that it's going to be a crazy week, and sure enough, a lot of those stocks he mentioned made a big jump, including GameStop. So, Tony Love, Raheem, kind of explain how the people kind of boosted the cost and made some money off of GameStop.
Well, from our reports, this Reddit group called Wall Street Bets, they noticed, which hedge funds were shorting some stocks that, for a lot of these companies, sometimes it's good that, that their business goes out. You had your run, you served your purpose, and a lot of these hedge funds, they do their research and they short them, kind of like, you're a wounded animal let's take you out your misery.
Yeah.
You know, and that's normal. And a lot of these hedge funds will do that. But these Redditors here, like, fuck all that, man. Y'all profiting off of this. Let's raise this stock. Let's make money. Let's make money off of this and hurt these hedge funds. And so with the hedge funds, they lost billions off of the price going up. Mm-hmm. I want to say 2 or 3 billion collectively in 3 days.
Ooh.
Gotcha. See, I think what was a game changer with this is the people. So I think I mentioned that last episode. You invest in things that you know that you use on a regular basis are going to be used on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. So people that are interested in GameStop are gamers. You know what I'm saying? So I think the passion that these people have for GameStop may be different than somebody has for Sears and Roebuck or whatever. Mm-hmm. So definitely, like you said, it was like a fuck you move of, you know what? I'm gonna put my money into something I already put my money into and, fuck over everybody else.
And the thing with GameStop, like, with them shorting it, GameStop isn't your only choice for, getting all these games. And so they're steady with the market as far as being ahead of the market, on top of it, dominating. And so with these hedge funds, this is a logical choice to let's go over them. Let's put them out that misery. You can get your games from Amazon. You can get your games. You can download your games straight from these consoles. So what the fuck I need with GameStop? And GameStop knows, that they're writing on the wall.
Yeah, they're writing on the wall too. They they know, mm-hmm. They on their last leg. They got probably, right, like you said, less than a 5-year more run, and it's way less than 5 years in the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. So I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah, and so not only did they do that to GameStop, they did it with AMC theaters because the movie industry is out. You can't get to movies. Hey, I had to have this conversation with my son the other day. Well, why can't they just put the Marvel movie on Disney Plus? If I can make $100 million off of this, I'm not putting it on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
that's why. That's right. I can sit on. It's like didn't the Black Widow movie? I saw the trailer for that. Yeah, you're gonna see that for a couple of years.
Yeah, but
we're
also
not gonna see it till the movie theaters open.
No, but this is what they're doing. So AMC is on, like, AMC Entertainment. I think it's their movies and stuff is being released on HBO Max. So I don't know if you noticed, like they did with Wonder Woman, and what they're gonna do with King Kong versus Godzilla is that you can see it for the first month on HBO Max, and then after that, it's only in theaters until it comes back after that, determined mm-hmm. time. So they're still, they're still trying to push it to theaters, but like you said, is for the companies or the movie makers, it's not beneficial just to release it digital. You make way more money releasing to a movie theater, because like basically this is how it goes. So you basically get a different percentage each week the movie is out. So for example, the first week, the movie maker gets probably like 95% of the money that the movie theater gets off of ticket sales. So ticket sales is what? Would you get tickets for $15 a pop right about now, depending if it's 3D or Max, this and that. Yeah. So you're looking at anywhere from like $12 to $22 per ticket. So those studios are getting 95% of that the first couple of weeks. And then as the movie goes along, that percentage decreases. That's why you always used to see back in the day when it came to dollar movies, they never got new releases. They always got something that was been out for a few weeks, just because that money difference is different. Shout out to Silver Cinemas and LaPlace.
Yeah, they're like around 3 months after the third month. That's where it go to the dollar movie.
Yeah, so
and then that's when they get into
that way the movie theater can get all their money.
Yes.
Shout out to the pit. The pit.
Oh, yeah.
So the AMC thing makes sense as far as at least they're still getting stuff that's released, but on the digital platform. But there's no money like movie theater money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Right.
That money is ridiculous. Like I said, that's one of my dreams. If I hit the lotto, I'm opening up a movie theater.
So, I mean, so with these hedge funds, they've been manipulating the market for decades now. And, when it happened to them, they got all in their feelings. I mean, some of them are even talking about that this is why we need regulation. Like, whoa, really?
Now you want
Now,
regulation?
yeah, we're in
Now
regulation. Yeah.
Now you want regulation? But I think the downside with with the Wall Street bets and the original Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort pointed this out. I didn't even think about it. Is that they might be committing collusion with all this? Hey, they, with all them communicating together, like, hey, we're gonna go buy GameStop. SEC might look into that and spank them a little bit. Be on the lookout for that. But that's what the little guy, struck back on that. And I think moving forward, you might see more transparency on a lot of these trades.
Well, a couple things. So I listened to a few interviews. So 2 things on that. So one, like you said, now you want to have some regulations. So, they was talking about maybe you should put some type of tax on per so many transactions, one thing. 2, even though there was a lot of people that made some money as far as a little guy early on, those people that maybe get in the game late and try to jump on the wagon going to end up losing some money. You know what I'm saying? So like they were saying, these big corporations, when they play in these games, their livelihood is not as at stake. They play money is going out the window. There's going to be people that's trying to invest and try to get on the game and try to make some quick money that's going to lose their rent money or their mortgage money. So that's the kind of the dangerous game that they were playing. The other part about it is the David and Goliath thing. So I forgot who posted that, but it was like Robin Hood was supposed to be for the people to say let everybody trade, and then all of a sudden they just stop all transactions. So like that to me was just kind of like saying they, are you for everybody or are you for the big people that's going to scratch your back?
Well, the excuse that they, it was not so much an excuse is that they go through a clearinghouse and they were overwhelmed with a lot of trades, to buy GameStop, where they're like, hey, we got to stop all trades on this so we can clear these out. Because if they don't clear these out and they don't sit up there and, find the money to support all these trades, they're on the hook.
Yeah.
They can lose their their livelihood and the whole shit gets shut down. I mean, it falls in line of that conspiracy theory, or you protecting Wall Street and everything, but at the same time, they wasn't expecting nothing like this to ever happen.
Mm-hmm. And what's stopping it from happening again and again and again?
Exactly.
Well, at the end of the day or whatever, I know some people kind of, here's the thing. You had a good week of people just making money. Like, to be realistic, if you had Dogecoin back in the day and you held on to it until this weekend, I know some people that cleared 12K and more just because, that stock popped or whatever the case may be. And they've been investing for years, in certain areas or whatever, like, with GameStop. And don't get me wrong, people made money in GameStop, but at the same time, whatever, they lost money because they couldn't sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so GameStop went up to what, 500 at one point? They had to kind of do something. And then GameStop went down to 250 and they was able to sell then. They lost profit. And then all of a sudden it went back up. And then with AMC, same thing. I don't think Nokia or Nokia, what was that, the BlackBerry? It didn't really pop off like it. Yeah, it didn't pop off like talking about it. But
I think Nokia didn't see any higher than 615.
Right. So if you held on to Nokia, like say for example, it only benefited those who actually held on to the stock for like at $1 or $2, right? And then it flipped over or whatever, and all of a sudden it started. But at the end of the day or whatever, that's why I say like cryptocurrencies is going to be like the new wave of things because you can't necessarily regulate it like that, by the SEC. So don't get me wrong or whatever. Like I say, right now since the market is kind of at its low, just go ahead and invest because invest in the companies that you believe in, like Apple or like the major chains, right? You know what I'm saying? But there is some money to be made. You know what I mean? And Lucid cars is about to start popping off to compete with Tesla. Apple's looking at working with TSM semiconductors or whatever to develop their M1 chips, and also in the future. I mean, there's money to be made. It just, I think more people. Here's the thing about 2020: more people were just aware about investing. I think people looked at it and was like, hey, look, we can actually literally make money, and now you're seeing people like us with our faces or whatever, teaching us how to kind of make money with them. You know what I mean? So just build off of that or whatever, because people. I know some people in some groups, they made 100K in 1 year, easy, just off of like $5,000 or $1,000 investment, or most of them stimulus checks. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like, I mean, to be honest with you, I actually kind of think it's kind of refreshing that the people can literally drive the market at any moment.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we should, could think about it. Wall Street drive the market at any moment. They know before us. They know before us to make money off of. And there are different websites that kind of show like your senators and stuff or whatever, how they make money before we even know about it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
definitely.
So I looked at that.
That's what Leffler and Purdue were accused of.
Yeah, like if y'all got the knowledge is power. So if y'all got the information to know what stock is going to pop off based on y'all circle of stuff or whatever, and now the people have the same power because they can say, hey, look, who all want to make money? Let's all go build a stock up or whatever, and everybody eats. I mean, if you was a long-term investor in it, of course you'll make more money. But if you just ride a wave and get a couple thousand, that's more than what we had. So I think it's kind of fair. It's like, hey, look, if y'all can do the same thing, then why the people can't do the same thing? Because it's supposed to be a free market. I think it's always kind of bullshit that the SEC always say you have to have 25K just to trade, freely or whatever. But I mean, if you want to pay to play or whatever, I can say easily somebody can make 20K in less than like 3 months if they really wanted to push it and try it.
I'll say this too though. So our former guest Dara had made a post one day on Facebook. So he said the education of stocks, right? So
right.
She was saying that it's kind of a slap in the face too, though, is that a lot of people are wealthy off of playing the game, of stocks. Just basically, okay, I'm gonna invest this money, get inside, get information, this and that and the other, versus what people, the story they always tell you that you need to work hard for the money. And that's, in a lot of cases not true. Is right. They may work hard to get some money, but a large chunk of their wealth is coming from investments and like they always say, make money while you're sleeping. So it's kind of like it's disheartening, but it's also, it's like you said, last year has been a great year as far as people learning, and because they have to sit their ass down and not go to the club every day and learn about the game.
There's a billionaire, Bill Ackman, who made a lot of his money investing in pharmaceuticals. And I think earlier last year, he went on CNBC talking about how the hotel industry is going to fall last year. And, with the coming pandemic, the travel industry is just going to, it's going to tank. And sure enough, the next day, a lot of these hotel stocks and travel stocks, they started to plummet, and he made $2 billion off of shorting last year alone. So there's no hard work in that, right? He put out the bat signal, no pun intended, saying, "Hey, here's where the money's coming, y'all."
Yeah, and like you said, it's all about timing and it's all about information. What I'm saying, or having the right person say the right thing. Like I say, I'm pretty sure other people have said the same thing. Is that somebody of power or somebody of wealth, like Raheem always says, is that when it comes to money, if you know the game, skin color don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, or your status or who you work for and this and that and the other. So it's also the right person saying those things too. Or the number of people saying the things. So it kind of goes both ways. But yeah, that was a, I think it's going to change the stock market in one way or another. Either it's going to be more similar things like this with GameStop, or they're going to put in some type of regulations and rules and laws in there, taxes, whatever. They're going to think of something. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't have the common people in line with these 1%ers.
And I think something has to be done because I think one of these Redditors said that, hey, when you guys fuck up, the Uncle Sam bails you out. When we fuck up on this, we flat
We kicked
flat
out.
out on our ass.
Right.
So
it's
something has to level. Look. I hope this levels the playing field. I hope something comes of it, but we'll see.
But like I said, at the end of the day or whatever, just one of those situations where I'm just like, hey, look, I'm just personally like, hey, look, people are making money, and I think people are aware. Can't be mad at that or whatever,
Right.
We already had like one lane of just working hard, and they'll eventually figure it out with the 401k and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, back in the 80s and 90s, Black people got on real estate, and we kind of dominated that market a lot. You know what I mean? Or retail. How about that? So whatever. But the real money's in trading, trading assets, trading in stocks and stuff like that. I think right now, currently, we can't necessarily make the same amount of money like 1 or 2%. How about that? Whatever. But you're seeing more millionaires appear. Don't be surprised with, like, if you actually go look at it and say, hey, how many millionaires were made, in the last couple of weeks? You'll be surprised because some people made a shitload of money just off of Bitcoin alone.
They said last year that the United States had 46 more billionaires, and Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and what's the guy's name? Microsoft.
Him. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Not Bill. Yes, not Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates added $60 billion to their net worth, and Zuckerberg added $60 billion last year. So
billion
each.
Big money heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I just think of it like, I look at it like, shoot, let them get that money, shit. Let us get that money finally and kind of just go from there. You know what I mean? I think the question needs to be had, like, hey, look, I think we've wasted too much time being misled in a lot of ways, and it's time for everybody. I mean, technically, let's be realistic. Only 48%, I think, was some number of 48% of the people in the U.S. actually participate in stocks. The other, 49%. The other 51% don't even worry about it. I mean, for those
who that number smaller than that.
Yeah,
I would say 48 is too high.
But are they counting people with 401ks? I think 401k is probably
okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say that part will make the number way more higher. Is just because of the 401ks and stuff. But you could probably say it might be 30% of people actively using the actual stock market.
I mean, like I said, it just I'm glad people actually are getting bread. I mean, because that's a thing where it's like, hey, look.
And I think a lot of folks like Bezos and Zuckerberg are getting as much money as they can now because they know they're about to get hit. Well, I know those two have been hit with a monopoly suit already.
Exactly.
So let's make this money now, and because they're gonna come in and break this shit up.
Yeah, get as much as you can now.
Yeah.
So as far as trading, what apps y'all use or suggest? I know I'm on Robinhood, but what other ones y'all use or suggest for people to kind of learn or to use?
Well, I went with Schwab. I've been with them for 6 years now, and my research in them on their high-rated stocks, they average at 33% annual return. Normally, you want a successful return on your investment is about 20 to 25%. 10 is good, but but you want to aim for 20 to 25. But on their high rated, it's 33% on their high rated stocks. So when, I look at stocks, I get, reports. I follow marketbeat.com. They're always, send me some stocks that are upgraded or downgraded, which stock brokerages are rating each stock, what are they telling you to buy, what are they telling you to hold, and anything that I see that's the right price, I'll put it on Schwab to see how they have it rated, and they'll if it's A or B for them, I'll give it a shot and take a look at it, just watch it for a month. I go for a month because if they're coming at it, saying we can give you 33% annually, I like to go break that up over quarter, the quarter out the year. How's it going to do? With 33%, that's eight and a quarter each quarter. That's how much I wanted to gain. So if you can, I'm watching you for that first month. I want to see how if you can get to 4%, I'm gonna buy some at that 4% increase and let it go from there. And that's what I learned, developing my strategy. I watched the Warren Buffett documentary. He talked about compound interest. Find your interest rate that you want your stock to grow, and let it meet that level each quarter. And if it doesn't, let it go. First rule of stocking, don't lose money. Second rule, remember the first rule.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so,
well, that's another thing too. I think the bad side with the GameStop thing is that people think it's always going to be a quick cash grab, and like you and Raheem always say, it's a long-term investment.
It's a long-term investment.
You know what I'm saying?
And
go ahead.
And a couple of years ago, there's this other company that website that long-term bets, and he put out a bet that he followed for 6 years, that he bet that the stock index were going to show improvement way better than these hedge funds. So he had the stock index. They were showing their average return of 25%, 18%, and these hedge funds, none of them never got over 12%. They weren't even, the regular, all the stock indexes that we know, Dow Jones, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, they were doing way better than a lot of these hedge funds are telling you what to do. Because these hedge funds, they're going to tell their customers, we were trying to be, invent some things over here conservatively, let's innovative, and they're trying to blow smoke up your ass. Whereas the stock exchanges and the indexes, they're saying, this is the industry that's going on. We're gonna let it work and show what it does.
Or like, say for example, like if you really want to take into content how much we're getting cheating out of this, like say for example, the stock index was 12, right, Anthony? Over the 12, over there, your 401k is only 4% of that.
Fuck, man.
So
yeah,
the index that they playing with your money is 12, but out of that 12, your 401k only gets 4% of that.
Damn.
And then what he's talking about, you could have easily took that your money and made 24% off of it if you did your homework.
Yeah,
that's how much you're getting shorted out of this.
Yep. I've always felt, now that y'all say that, I always kind of thought about that with the 401k. I know it's more fool's gold because of the fact once they took away pensions.
Yeah. And see,
because that pension was a bigger pot that you was getting in the bigger picture. And then once they go to these 401ks, and I'm like, what the hell is this about? When, some companies would get both, but then,
I had both. But I think they cut it off depending when you was hired.
Pensions was a great thing.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong or whatever. I think 401ks are good if you're not. I mean, that's something that
And if your company matches, if your company has a high match, I think they match mine at 6%. So that's a good thing in that aspect. But I don't know what's the common for. I think 3% is like the average for other.
5%. Some companies.
No, it's
Yeah.
5. I think the average is about
See,
5.
but the pensions though, that you had a lot of people retiring earlier because of the pensions. And now
True.
I think that retirement age is,
increasing.
probably over the next 30 years is going to be. I'll probably say the retirement age is going to be closer to 80 than anything.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean that's a good thing about just understanding the stock. I mean, no, here's the thing: you don't necessarily have to be a guru about this to make money, right? All you have to do is just say, "Hey, I think I can see a trend that I believe that's going to make me money." All you have to do is just buy. Yeah, all you have to do is buy low and don't worry about it anymore. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I see in a lot of cases in this whole like week or two or whatever. Everybody's impulse buying. Like a lot of people just saying, "Hey, this is what's popping. I can get a couple G's off of this." And here's the thing: it could easily take whatever money that people made off of this last 2 weeks or whatever. They could have easily took that money, reinvested it, and still kept doubling up all of 2021, multiple various amounts of time. Whenever you take your money out the stock market, it gets taxed. So if you keep your money in the stock market, you can constantly keep making money. Most people could have easily become a millionaire by 2022.
So that's a good point. So that's my question. So, all right, say you hit a lick on the stock, right? Or a couple stocks.
Right.
So you're saying as soon as you pull that money out, deposit it into your account, you immediately get taxed off of that.
Yep.
Versus so what's the benefit of keeping in there long term? So say, for example, instead of pulling out, like you say, I reinvested or whatever the case may be, so it doesn't get taxed at that particular point?
Well, here's the thing. Your money could still make money for you. So like, say, for example, let's just take the 24% rule, right? So like, say, for example, you did a 4% thing. You did a typical, hey, look, 401k move. Like, hey, I made a lick. I bought it. I paid off whatever I'm going to pay off. But you're still, yeah, you might have technically took care of some of your debt to income ratio, right? But what if I told you if you would have hit a lick and then I would have been like, okay, whatever you do moving forward, like on Robinhood and other apps, you can actually set it to where it's like if this loses 5%, it automatically would just cash out that stock and then put it back in your account. If it keeps going up, if the wave keeps going up or whatever, and you make whatever amount of money, that's just a win-win for you. But here we are on our end as users, and we're like, hey, look, well, my stock went up, 50%. Well, I'm gonna cash out because that's the most money I'm gonna make. No, if you understand the stock market or whatever, you can actually, if you do it right, using calls and puts and stock options or whatever the case may be, and understanding the market, you literally can make 6 figures in 1 year if you would just reinvest that money in the companies and dividend stocks too. Like, hey, look, companies give out dividends every quarter, so you can literally accumulate enough wealth over a time frame to literally say, hey, because based on my investments, which all you're doing is just sitting up here and reading on companies all day, right? Based on my investments, I can literally retire quicker than it would be for my 401k. And a lot of those people that actually are millionaires or whatever, are considered millionaires, they understand that. That's why you ever notice that Chamillionaire ain't rapping no more? He did that.
Right.
That's how Nas is chilling.
Wait, they were with the the capital. They went with the capital venture side too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like they're being shared stock tips amongst themselves.
Yes.
To whatever. Now we're the generation that's like, oh yeah, we understand it a little bit more clearly now, because let's be realistic. The hustle game ain't for everybody, but the stock game can really be for everybody because it's your money. So
right.
All right, hold up right there. Let's take a quick break and we can come back and we can jump into continue with this and the credit, building your credit.
Okay.
All right.
All right, continuing with our finance segment. So I think another thing that kind of played into people getting involved in stocks was the stimulus checks, right? I think some people did a great job as far as taking that money and flipping it into, different ways to invest, whether you was buying drugs, you know what I'm saying, or you invest in the stock, cleaning up your credit. Like, it was so many things that people
did the right way with that money. So I know for me personally, I use it to clean up my credit, which in turn helped me get my crib. So I think, and I didn't even really have that much to pay off. It was like some old foolish shit that was on my credit report. And once I paid it off, credit jumps up 100 points.
You welcome.
Whatever.
You welcome.
Whatever. I ain't welcome you shit from all these Knicks slander. But yeah, just little things like that where people don't understand like how much that changes the game with boosting your credit. Like, I think to me, at least in my opinion, I think cleaning your credit up first should be the step, and then to stop.
I remember when after Katrina, my mother-in-law, got her settlement and cleaned up her credit, went to get herself a new car. She was in there 30 minutes and went home, and the rest of the day she felt bad. Like, no, something wrong. I got that car too quick.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, they treat you completely different. Like when I went and got that ring, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole approach was different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you already got your card set up. You already this. Oh, you got that card. Okay. Well, let's pick out. Look at these stones. You know what I'm saying? They treat you completely different instead of steering you to, 0% interest. 18 months, whatever you want.
Right.
You want something to drink? Like they treat you completely different.
We got some champagne.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is just so crazy. Like you said with the car is a great example. It's like, it was, it's a whole different game.
She thought they were gonna come back and take it. Like, no, we ran into something.
I see it in your eyes, you snitch. What you about to say?
I have a story to tell, and it actually has to do with my dad. And this is a wild story that I was like 12, 11 years old, or whatever the case may be. And my dad went to the car dealership. Remember that green Bonneville that he bought at one point, Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my dad went to the car. He said, "Hey, come on, call me, son. Come to the car dealership." I was like, "All right, cool. Just hanging out with him, yada yada yada." So he gets to the car dealership and he says, "Hey, look, this is a nice car. Give me your best price." Guy was like, "How you gonna finance this?" He was like, "Don't worry about that.
I know this story. Okay, go ahead.
Give me your best price." So the dude was just talking now. Like the dude had said, "Hey, his car is like, this is back in like, 94 or whatever."
Something
like 94, 95. The dude was like, "Yeah, we could take off 10K for this." And I'm just like, to me, I was like, 10K is a lot of money to be taking off this thing. You know what I mean? Dad was like, I made a comment and I said, "Hey, Dad, I think you should take that deal." He was like, "Shut up, son. You don't know what you're talking about." And I'm just like, damn. So he's like, "I'm gonna teach you something." This joke is actually because of him and my mom. And then he was like, "They're gonna take a look at my credit score and watch it just talk to me a different type of way." Guy ran it. Obviously, it was like a 7-something or high 70s or 800. Because I didn't know. I mean, back then I didn't know credit scores go over 800. I didn't know that part. But he was just like, "Yeah." Dude came back. Was like, "Hey, didn't you someone a toy or something like that?" And I'm like, "What you give me something shit for?" Like he literally gave me he was like, "Hey, look, we can go get you a toy right quick. We have to talk to your dad." So I went to the dude over to the store they do. He bought me a toy. Came back. The dude, I guess he must have took off like 12 or 15K at this point. My dad was like, "Yeah." So I finally got the number that I want. But these niggas are stupid. So I'm gonna go finance and just pay that shit off in about a week.
That's what I'm about to tell you next. The next story.
Damn.
So his pops is definitely one of the gurus of the game. So I remember when he bought your mom, like that Benz when y'all moved to LaPlace.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember he was saying that I think because they had just bought their house. So when you first buy a house, your credit drop a little bit. So they gave him a high interest rate or whatever. So like he was like, that's fine. Just get the price to where get the price lower, this and that. He said he negotiated, and then he said 2 weeks later he just paid it all cash. You know what I'm saying, before to limit the interest or whatever. He's like, yeah, they thought they was gonna get me for 5-6 years at whatever interest rate. He's like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I just have to get the price down so I can just pay it all cash.
Then it's funny because you think by paying it off, you're doing the company and everybody a justice by paying it off. They get pissed at you for doing that shit.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
They got mad at me
Yeah.
because it was like, because I mean, at one point or whatever, I just did the same. I kind of did the same approach, and I just paid it like I was like, hey, I got the money to do this. Let me pay it off. I should be good, whatever. Them people would say, you can't do that. I was like, well, I can't. Well, it's been like 2 weeks since you had the car, but I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I am. So like the dude, like they held my funds in my account for like 30 days.
Just so
Till
they
they
collect
took it
the
out.
interest.
So yeah, they get a little interest. They can get the interest out you.
And from that point on, I was like, I refuse to get a new car now. Because, I mean, well, I did get a new car after that, but it was just kind of interesting that it was kind of like
They was upset.
they were
Yeah.
they were to the point where the dealership called me and was like, well, why did you buy the car? Why you didn't tell us when you buy you're gonna pay cash? And I was like, why should I have to? It's my money.
Right.
Yep.
That's
yep.
crazy.
Raw Holland has done the same thing before too. He flipped my head out before with that when he got the you remember the blue Silverado?
The truck, yeah.
Yeah, ran it. Yeah. First time around there, I'm hearing somebody say, He said, "Oh, what you gonna put down?" He said, well, when you tell me the proper, when you tell me the proper deal you can give me, then I'll let you know how much I'm willing to put down. And he said, okay. Just did the same thing, and all of a sudden, the nigga said, yo, I'm about to drop down 5. I'm like, okay, nigga gonna put $500. I'm like, that nigga said, no, 5K. I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck you get 5K, Negro? You always crying broke. You just looked at me like, don't say nothing else.
And
Right.
Exactly. Then that's when I learned about that too. He did the same thing. Because you know how he rolls. Every car he's had, he kept it for over damn near 15 years before he got rid of it and get the next vehicle. And that same thing he did with the Maximum before the Katrina hit. He ain't even had the Maximum for barely 2 months before Katrina hit, and it got flooded out and he lost it. But they was mad at him because, like you said, they wanted him to finance it, but he's like, nah, I just want to pay cash and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
But they were trying everything to convince him to finance that, and he was like, nah, not happening.
Yeah.
The audacity.
To be honest with you, whatever. Actually, insurance companies get pissed off because, like, say for example, like, what if you had a $20,000 car, right? Paid off cash. And your insurance, like, say for example, for Katrina, right? You have a $20,000 car, pretty much brand new, like a year old, right? And then it gets flooded, right? Guess what? The insurance company are more pissed off that you're gonna keep that money than give it to the finance company.
Yeah.
So
They don't want to give it to you. They want to give it to the bank because they're in the cahoots with the banks.
They don't have to give them the full amount, but they got to give you the full amount of what the value is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he got like damn near, he basically got almost the full amount of it he paid for it. So like you just said, they was pissed that he was able to get all that money back because he had already paid for it. And then all he did was take that and flipped it and went cop that Acura.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Which he still had to this damn day looking brand new still.
No,
crazy shit. Nah, I ain't going with it, but that nigga just keep that shit so beyond clean. But
I ain't gonna lie. When he first got it, I happened to go home and I saw it. He had the garage door open. I was like, he went got that motherfucker.
That RL, dude. That RL.
I was just talking about how nice that car was, and I saw that shit. I said, of course he gets it.
I was
hating like a motherfucker.
I told him to get it too. I convinced that was my car of choice to tell him to go. I told him to get the Maximum. He got the Maximum. And then after that happened, and I said, he said, okay, I want to go and bump up a little more. I said, we're going to get that RL. And then he saw that.
Everybody's car guy.
Yeah, so we're waiting on your mom to see what your mom gonna pick. I sent her a bunch of selections, cars there, so I want to see what she's gonna go with.
Yeah, I think she said Wednesday. Oh, she been grounded, man.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure she's struggling.
She's been struggling.
Pretty sure she's struggling, man.
So yeah, I can't wait to her choice.
Yeah, her last trip was to India, and that wasn't a good trip.
Why not?
Huh? Oh man. Please explain how our country is 11 and a half hours ahead of you. Where that half come from?
Yeah.
And it was really poor place. Really poor place. Like,
yeah, but I think I'm thinking about rich in history. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, because it's a travel group through her company, and her company she retired from, and when they go to that country, they go to that destination, they go see everything, and most of everything was just bad.
Yeah.
So that's the last memory she had abroad. She need to make up for that.
The struggle is real. What else we had? Oh, so I know we talked about this off air. So I know when we have guests, we always ask them brown or white when it comes to liquor. So we was having this conversation of, liquor that people stay away from. So the one that came up was gin for me and El King. So do y'all think like that's just everybody has their own version of what they body can handle? Because I know some people that can drink gin straight on the rocks. Like that shit is just like ridiculous to me. Like one of my homeboys, he don't even drink like that. He a smoker, but when he does drink, he drank Tanqueray on ice, nothing, and he drank it like it's fucking water. And I'm like, how? You don't even drink like that. But when you do drink, you drink the most harshest shit on the planet. So
yeah,
for me,
our palate is different.
Yeah, for me, it's when I drink something and I have a bad effect with it. I was like, okay, I ain't gonna do that next time. I'm not gonna run. Yeah, I'm not gonna run away from it. Like, I'll give it another shot.
I don't know, man.
I'm giving You know me. I know I'm probably the more consuming of the liquor drinkers, but no, I indulge way deeper than you. Dry snitch.
I'm probably right there with you.
Yeah, I know he is. I know he is.
The liquor for me is Goldschlager and Jägermeister.
But see, that don't count. Like this, that sweet shit don't count. I'm talking about
no, because here's my thing. Whatever a liquor makes you feel numb, it's a problem. True. That's for me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and gin does that to me. Yeah, that's what gin does.
Well, I think the only one that has ever made me feel numb is the 190 octane from a daiquiri shop, and I've had that in the 100 ounce.
But that's that's not. Yeah, but that has I think it has vodka and is it vodka and rum in 190?
It's three, so. Yeah. I think it is all clear. It's all clears for sure.
I think it's vodka. Is it vodka, rum, and gin?
Yeah,
it might be. Whatever
that's
it is.
That's the only one I felt numb. But
because I definitely used to drink that for Mardi Gras to keep warm. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's just gin.
Yeah, Tanqueray. Gin just don't. Yeah, they never. Yeah, especially Tanqueray, it just never set well. And I mean, I tried it a few years back. It's still the same effect. It wasn't Tanqueray neither. It was just another type of gin. Just don't sit well with me.
See, this is why I messed up bad. This is how I know that it's just straight up gin. So at first, like I mentioned earlier, drinking way too early, long time ago, long time ago. Shout out to the big homies. But the little Seagram's snitch, Seagram's gin, Hunch Punch, all the little mixed shit used to come, whatever. So they, used to be able to get that, whatever. So I thought, well, maybe because it was the cheap shit. That's why, it had that effect on me. So when I got in college, I was like, well, I'm gonna escalate this. I'm gonna get some Tanqueray. And then so I had regular Tanqueray. No, the first time was Tang 10. Remember they came out the new, they were supposed to be smoother or whatever. It's like double distilled, blah, blah, blah. That shit was horrible. Almost burnt my eyebrows off. That's a whole nother story. Then I had regular Tanqueray fucking around the Metro, messing around with one of our former guests. But yeah, gin just doesn't cooperate with me. Like it's never a good ending with gin. It's never. Never, ever. So I just stick to brown. I gotta deal with my brown.
So let me ask this or whatever. So were you on Jen when you break dance in the Metro?
Probably was on the Long Islands.
Okay, I can see it.
Really, Long Island get you messed up like that?
No, but I'm gonna tell you this. So one of this dude I used to play ball with was a bartender at the Metro. So he used to be, trying drinks and giving the shit for free. And then when he will come get a Long Island, he'll make that shit extra strong. Okay. So like you'll get you 2 Long Islands. Shout out to Homer. Get you 2 strong Long Islands from him, and you good the rest of the night. Of course we a pregame before we go there, and then we get those 2 strong ass drinks, and then we fucking on cloud 9. But yeah, I think that was Long Island's snitch. And I don't remember that happening, so leave those stories in the past, man.
Oh no.
So yeah, the 190 has Everclear, dark rum, vodka, and 151 rum. Okay.
And damn.
Yeah.
I be mixing that shit. Oh, fuck.
Yes. Yeah, I ain't drinking that no more.
That's my favorite one.
But see, I don't. With daiquiris and everything, right? I don't see how. With daiquiris, I'm fine. I can drink that all day.
True.
I mean, but
that's not a good combination, man.
It's great. It's a great combination. It's a great.
I normally get 190 sometime, but lately, when I do get them, it was always either Soda Slim or House Special. But,
I get a house special with 2 shots of Everclear every time.
Yeah, that's just the go-to. But the 151 was interesting because when I said I almost burnt my eyebrows off, that's what happened. Oh, hold on, I can't see. You might have to take off your background. Oh yeah. Oh, they got the big boy. So yeah, the 151 is interesting. So I might as well tell that story. So Floyd, you remember the little club in Lafayette called Poets?
Yeah.
Like downtown Lafayette anyway. So I was saying I try to get some Tang. And it was like, well, we ain't got regular Tanqueray. We got Tang 10. And they gave me the first one free. So drank that. Oh, it's pretty smooth or whatever. And give me another one. Had a couple of those. Then I asked him to make me a flaming Dr. Pepper. And he didn't have the right glass. So when he dropped the shot into the beer, the flame didn't go out. So when I go to put it to my face, my homeboy G, he's slapping it out my hand like, nigga, what you doing? And I look down and the fucking flames tickling in my face, man. I was like, yeah, that was a horrible night, man.
And I missed that? God damn it.
Yeah, that's why your ass should have came to school with me instead of backing out.
But that's what I had, the 190. And so, yeah, that's what made me.
What?
Actually,
my blackout experience was I was dating a chick from UNO. How about that? And we went to Bourbon Street. We went to Bourbon Street or whatever. And, me sometimes or whatever, I'm just like, hey, look, just go ahead and make me the strongest drink. I remember her mixing like Crown, something, whatever. But when I saw that Jägermeister, that Goldslager, I was like, what the fuck is that? So all of a sudden I'm just like, I drink brownie white in one night, you know what I mean? Go back and forth, but something about that or whatever made I instantly started walking. I started feeling dizzy. I mean, I thought, I was like, man, I don't feel too good, man. And the chick was like, oh, you'll be all right, just walk it off. So I sat on the corner and she was like, I'm gonna keep partying. I said, I'm walking to my car. She's like, I'm gonna keep partying. Just make sure you call when you get home. So I thought I left and went home. I woke up in the parking lot on the Riverwalk, in the back of my truck. Now that's 10. Dude was like, hey man, I just saw you jump on the back of the truck and just passed out. People looked at you, but nobody fucked with you because you was in the paid parking lot. I was like, good. But I was so hurt that day, and it was so hot that morning. I just was like, never again. And I tried it again, and I was like, same effect. I was like, nope, can't do this no more. So go as far as
you gotta retire them once you have 2 bad experiences, man. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, gin definitely is a no-go. That's a no-go.
But I mean, I think for some people, whatever, man, I seen them get pissy off on just wine. I'm just like, how?
Yeah, I've
seen that too.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm very confused about that one too. But yeah, it does. It has happened.
yeah.
It also depends what type of wine, so I think that might be what it is.
I don't see how. On any type of wine, personally.
I don't know.
It's me.
I went 7 rounds with a chick for wine in one night. So I don't know why I did that.
You get the right bottle, it can get you though.
It was my uncle's homemade brew.
Bathtub brew. I don't know. For me, whiskey and cognac, I can drink that all day and don't feel bad. Versus having two drinks of gin, I feel like I've been shot and played a football game. that shit just don't. It just don't add up. That's what I'm saying. That's my theory. Everybody has their comfort zone.
Right.
Yeah. I say taco vodka for me. Cause taco, my body just don't like taco at all. No matter what.
You know what? Taco is.
That's just because it's cheap.
Yeah, you want a cheap, quick fix. Yeah, that's what you get back at turn.
We should drink the 100 proof, the red label. We should mix that with like apple juice concentrate. I was like,
yeah, taco was one of those things. I just be like, soon I sip it, I'd be like, oh, I know what this is. I can't have it. You know, it just
the smell of it. It smells different. Like it don't even smell the same as like Absolute or Goose or whatever. Like as soon as you crack that top, you just like, oh, this is gonna be a bad night.
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time I touched a taco vodka bottle.
Ooh, I know it's been like 6-7 years for me.
Shit.
I see the label clear as day.
I don't know. I can see it. I ain't just gonna touch it. I don't think I've had that since I made 30.
No, what else used to give me? What else used to give me headaches? Mad Dog 2020. Like he used to give me like it was cool.
Yeah, it should have.
That's for everybody.
Yeah, it just.
Ooh, I got another crazy. So was this? So it wasn't 190. So you mentioned 190, Tom Love. Mm-hmm. So this was senior year. So me and Shoe Pick Wine, y'all don't know him by the they played football for us. So it was long story. Long story. We had a bunch of names. Everybody had a name. So shout out to our all-time leading rusher. But it was senior year, and it was that Friday night before Mardi Gras. So was it Friday or Thursday? It was Friday. So we was the only two off that night. So it was like, you know what? Let's go to a parade. So I like, man, I don't feel like driving to the city. Let's just go to the one in Metairie. So cool. So I think we parked off of Williams, I want to say. Got us a daiquiri from the daiquiri shop over there off of Betts. Got a gallon of daiquiri and a bottle of Cisco. And we would drink the daiquiri down and pour Cisco on top of it. And
hold there.
Walked the whole parade route. Nigga, we walked all the way to Lakeside. Like you know what I'm saying? And then had to hike back. I was like, dog, that was ridiculous.
Do they still sell Cisco?
Yes, I have seen it.
I've never tried it. That's the only one.
Well, it's not the same no more. And you don't want the old school Cisco. The new Cisco is not the same as the old school shit.
Yeah, they got certain ingredients that'll keep you alive.
It was part of the hell of a drug drink.
So if you shot and you drink some Cisco's gonna keep it's gonna slow the bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was a crazy mix too. So yeah, we probably should have died that night. All that shit.
From Williams to Lakeside. Jesus.
I want to say like cheap.
Oh, you're breaking up. What you said? You was breaking up.
I said I was saying like cheap liquor made me appreciate premium liquor way better.
Yeah.
Brewer.
Yes.
I just was like, I don't see how people do this still today. You know, be like, oh, I go back, you know, and reach for like, you know, cheap gin or cheap vodka or whatever. Once I
It's the
converted over, I was
volume.
like, I'm
People thinking they're getting a handle of vodka or whatever. That's cool and all, but I already have some top shelf, a fifth, and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my first 40 a couple of years ago. Like, okay, I'm glad I never did this until.
Oh no, you can't appreciate a 40 as a grown man. You definitely gotta have a 40 at 15, 16 years old.
Exactly.
Three of your partners.
Exactly. You thought you were really doing something back in the days.
I mean, because you're a lightweight back then, so that should hit you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't drink at 40 as a grown man.
And I like what you did earlier. You know, it's like when I drank long time ago. You know, before I think everybody from Louisiana has, you know, an exact time when they first had their drink, and they give an official time. Like, yeah, I didn't have my first drink till my senior year of high school, knowing you ain't have your first drink. You actually had your first drink when you was 12 years old or 11.
So, shit. First drink or first taste? That's two different things. That's two different things.
First drink.
First taste was probably single digit age.
Yeah, my first taste was like first taste was like
7.
around 9. Yeah, 7. A wine cooler, like a little wine cooler.
Mm-hmm. You steal a little taste that's sitting on the counter. But first actual drink was definitely, like you said, like 12, 13-ish. When me and this lazy bastard used to be experimenting with shit.
Yeah. That's where it all began. On the good old tide there. Yeah.
Man, my first 13 years old at my auntie wedding, my uncle, he was in the serving drinks, gave me amaretto and pineapple.
Mm-hmm. That was another one of my first ones too.
Tell your daddy I just gave you some juice. All right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when we used to go by twin uncle house, they had that little bar set up. We used to get some stuff, but yeah, there's always somebody in the family that's like, okay, I'll get y'all something. What y'all want? All right, just give me a little Crown of Coke. They got 5 bottles of Crown. They ain't gonna miss it.
Exactly, dude. They bar was real, dude. They had so many. Yeah. You was a good call there.
It's so like with my family, like between the little crew, like you used to rotate parties and stuff like that. So like when it was my mom's turn, it was just handles everywhere of shit. So it's like ain't no missing that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with my pops. My pops don't even really drink like that, but when he have company over, that was the easiest stash.
Your pops had the liquor, man.
Yes, sir.
And the better liquor than I had, which was none.
Yeah, y'all ain't had nothing at your house. It was always either mine's or across the street.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that is levels to this shit. Like you said, taste and first actual drink is two different things.
Right.
What was the first alcoholic beverage your dad gave y'all? Like y'all ever had that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, it wasn't my dad. So my second dad was my brother.
Yeah. He gave me. He told me to get a little glass, and he poured a little Coors.
Yeah, mine was Coors too. Mine was Coors too. I asked my dad. I said, "What's that?" He was like, "Try it." When I tried it, he said, "You're gonna drink the whole thing." I was like, "What the hell wrong with you? I'm a kid."
Nah, for me, so we used to play at I think it was like 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that. We used to play cards all the time. Me and my brother, some of his partners, my mom's. So my brother was like, I'm gonna go, he was grown. Hey, I'm about to go run to the store, get something to drink. Mama, you want something? My mom's like, no, just give me some cigarettes, whatever. So I'm being a smart ass. I think I just seen a commercial. I was like, yeah, give me an MGD Miller. And he's like, oh, well, okay, you think you're grown, huh? All right. Of course, he came back with like a 24 ounce. You better drink that shit. And I did. That was the worst decision ever. That was the worst decision. Like you said, like your pa said, you better finish it.
Yeah, but he hit me up with a. Like I sipped it and I was like, oh, this tastes nasty. He was like, you better finish it. I was like, But I think I was like maybe 10, 11 at the time. It is kind of funny because after that or whatever, my aunties always used to be like, you want a beer? I'm like, man, I'm 13 years old. Yeah, I don't care. You go to the store and go buy it. You can sip it.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a different, it's a different time now. I think it was a lot easier for like they wouldn't sell you hard liquor, but you can get you, a 6-pack of beer or stuff from like a local store, especially if they know you from around the way. They'll give it to you.
Exactly.
But for us, they sell hard liquor in gas stations and stuff. So that used to be a thing too. Is like, some gas stations will sell us something. They wouldn't give us a big bottle. They'll give us something small, and then call it a day. Don't y'all get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
It was, I think for us in Iowa, it was always that store that was right off of by the St. Bernard projects. Yeah, there was like a liquor store that was owned by a dude from St. Aug, and I remember because we went to St. Aug, he'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead and get that." I'd be like, "Damn, you got a bitch." We 14, 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's New Orleans, man. I had a guest at my hotel. He was, had to be in his late 60s. He was telling me how he used to get drunk as an altar boy from the wine that.
Yeah.
Wine that.
Oh man.
You see, and like you said, I mean, they had like cases and cases of wine. They ain't gonna miss that. They ain't gonna make this communal wine. They ain't gonna miss that. We good, man. What you doing?
Ain't nobody doing inventory on that.
Yeah, and this is like going to St. Leo. We had church every Friday, so they doing the altar boy. They drinking at school, then going back to class drunk.
I know. I was there. I knew them guys. I was just like, man, we about to go to church early. I was like, what the hell y'all doing? But don't get me wrong, I got a conspiracy theory about the altar boys that, we'll talk about that off camera.
Hold that. Oh man. But yeah, I think when I mentioned that, I think everywhere else is not the same. Like when it comes to drinking. Like, everywhere else, like people is talking about, they'll get drinking beers and stuff like that. But I think our appreciation of fine liqueur in the New Orleans area is different. You know what I'm saying? Like we was, like you said, we was drinking Crown and cognac and stuff like that. By the time we was juniors and seniors in high school, versus somebody just get what's the not Keystone? What's another cheap beer I'm thinking of? Natural Lights and shit like that.
All is under the same wheelhouse. Goddamn it!
I ain't never had none of them shits.
Yeah,
me neither.
And these white people do keggers.
Yeah,
like that.
I've definitely been to a kegger before, but I wasn't drinking the kegs and shit. Like, but I've been to one. But yeah, that shit was just mind boggling to me. I was just like, nah.
We getting excited over beer.
Yeah.
Like this?
I remember when I went to college. I was at that point and I was like, I don't even drink beer no more. I just only do liquor. Then when I got to college and I was broke, I was like, okay, I'm about to start drinking beer again. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, we're gonna have to go to Jet 24 right there off of Johnston and get us two Bud Ices and call it a day.
Yeah, but I was proud of you, Batman. You upgraded up to Stellas. I was like, oh, somebody step it up in the world.
Ain't the first time I had that.
I know you're not the first time you had it, but I was proud that you showed that you had it.
Look, he got a house now. He got to play the part.
Yeah, man. You gotta get
drink responsibly.
You gotta be classy now.
And look,
happy.
hey, it's funny. It's funny because I always say you drink more. I drink more married than I did when I was single. Person to me.
I think that's a fact.
I think
that's a fact. I think when you're in a relationship, long-term relationship, I think I drink, how I put it, like I drink more on a regular basis versus binge drinking, going to the club or whatever. So yeah, I think that's legit.
Yeah, I was prepared to drink more when I got married. One of the wedding gifts was a nice cancer and glass set that we got. But my wife did the smart thing and returned a lot of our gifts so we can get furniture and
and can we keep that
one? Like, nah, man. Like that's $600. We can get a chair with that. Shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
I think, yeah. And it's not because of stress either. It's just you're comforting up your own situation. I mean, for the most part.
Especially if you both drink. So let's take a quick break and then we can come back and wrap up. And see what we learned in this episode. All right, we're at that time of the episode. Tony Love, what have we learned today?
We have learned that the Rams have a 5-year window to win the Super Bowl with Stafford. Gruden would piss off Aaron Rodgers if he was his coach. Alvin Kamara is off limits in all trade scenarios. All trade scenarios.
Did we really learn that?
Yeah. I learned today. I was when you sitting there talking about Alvin Kamara, like whoa. Well, don't even bring his name up.
Hello. But we said the same thing about Mark Ingram too.
That was a free
nobody
agent.
Said
man.
Ain't nobody said that about Mark Ingram.
Who
said that about Mark Ingram?
Not me, but people were pretty much like, "Oh, he got to be with the Saints." Yada yada yada.
Nah, that's the Pooh That Nation fans. That's the people that don't know shit about football. That's Pooh That Nation, not Who That Nation.
Exactly.
I wouldn't worry about that. Folks need to get serious about the stock market. It's about that times we're living in, and with everything that happened this past week, transparency is what I hope for in stock trading going forward. Car dealerships hate cash. They hate that with a passion there. And gin is the devil.
Amen to that.
Gin is the devil.
I need a young priest and an old priest. Oh man, too many bad memories. So yeah, I don't know, man. I still kind of feel Kamara is, and this is not saying that Kamara is not a great talent. I'm saying that the Saints draft skill positions well, and y'all can find y'all another one. So instead of ending up having to pay him, so you tell him, all right, so Pierre Thomas, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, that's way. Alvin Kamara is way better.
I know that, but I'm still saying somebody that can produce at that position. I'm not saying that he's better. I'm saying that produce at that position. Deuce. Deuce
predates Sean Payton McLoomis.
I know that, but I'm talking about just over the time, y'all always find running backs. Period. Dalton Hill.
True.
What's your boy name? McAfee. You ain't like Dalton Hill?
He was good in the red zone.
McAfee. Like y'all great at finding tailbacks.
Yeah. The history of the Saints haven't been good at decent running backs. And wide receivers, always the quarterback was our issue.
Kamara's something different, man.
So is Deshaun.
He definitely
Kamara's
is.
something different.
So is Deshaun.
What y'all having to delay it, man? With the history y'all have of being able to find, like you said, skilled players, it's not a far reach, but I know he's became such a solid fan favorite. I can understand why y'all are trying to get it.
If push come to shove, if they just sit and just say, I want 41, I might have to do it. But
well, here's the thing. I mean, technically, or whatever, we'll be all right because any quarterback. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whatever. I don't think Deshaun is going to go into a situation and just automatically find success. It's going to be an ongoing struggle of him learning a new system. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to try to, just like Lamar, right? They're going to try to force him to become a pocket passer. yada yada yada. Even though he can definitely throw the deep ball and everything accurate or whatever the case may be, it's going to be I personally think it's going to still be a struggle for him to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he goes, don't matter if it's Saints, Falcons, whatever. It's gonna, he's gonna actually learn how competition is, especially if he goes to NFC.
I think as far as Kamara, I think Sean Payton needs, that style of running back to open up his offense. Because if you remember, Reggie Bush was like that. Darren Sproles was like that. And, from, the 14, 15, and 16 season, Sproles was either hurt, didn't play as much, and then we let him go. And, our offense went through Drew Brees for the most part. So then, going in 2017, we get Kamara. That really opened us up back to what we used to be. And I think having that type of running back is crucial to Sean Payton's offense.
This is true.
So if finding somebody to replace him, you can find that, but Kamara, I think, is proven to be a once in a generation type back.
I feel you.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, no problems. Yeah, I get it.
Don't trade him, man. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
All right, Twin, what you got in closing?
Well, I mean, the trade happened. I mean, it is what it is. I think initially Stafford got the better of the deal. Long term, I think that if Dan Campbell can bring that energy and that culture to Detroit, it may ignite something in golf. In terms of the stock, I need more information. I'm craving more information. I want to get into it. I'm craving more information. It's to me, the stock market is like Russian roulette.
Yeah.
So, but just need more information on that. But however, though, I think that it is something that we as African Americans need to become more familiar with, and not be afraid of it.
Not be intimidated by it.
Gather more information about it. And I'm sure. Dawn. I'm sure she can probably educate me probably more on the stock market. She was in banking. How many years you in banking, Dawn?
Hold the hell up. So Dawn's been in banking this whole time, and you didn't tell me? I couldn't have been exploiting this goddamn contact information.
Son of a bitch.
Let me tell you,
Son of a bitch.
Here we go.
Comes down to numbers. Dawn's a genius when it comes down to numbers. I ain't gonna lie. So,
can she hear me?
She can hear you, but she's focused on cooking right now. So,
Dawn.
Hey, bro, you shouldn't even be good, dog. You interrupted my flow.
The man said, "Don't be messing up my meals."
Hey, you renamed on Deshaun Watson. I deserve some kind of credibility, right?
Anthony, don't laugh at that. Anthony, don't laugh at it. All right.
Don't encourage him.
Deshaun Watson, man. Hey, bro. Once again, I was wrong. I hold that L up high, and I would like to see if Deshaun comes. Okay, I'm open to it. And then my last take is it's off topic, but just for all y'all, be safe though where y'all go. I know I drive a lot, but I'm trying to bring that down. But just be safe. Just be conscious of your surroundings and be safe. And congratulations again to Batman and Rashawn for being engaged, taking the next step. So
I'm broke, baby.
You said broke?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
So.
All right, Raheem, aka Snitch number 1.
Number 1 and number 2.
Right.
You know what? 1.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dawn. She can do no wrong. 1.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you got a shout out.
2, whatever. Batman and Ty King are their assholes provide these fucking big ass rings. She's still like, oh, 10 coming up or whatever. You gotta go get finance. I'm like, I ain't trying to get finance for shit.
Why that's our fault?
Oh, because here's the story between that, right? I bought 2 rings. The first one, and she lost it, and I ended up buying the second one. And I didn't want to pay. I only paid half of it. So now she feels like since she's entitled now, at 10 or whatever, she deserves a 2-3 carat solid with diamonds all around it. And I'm just like, I just don't see the principle in spending like. I guess it's just me. I don't see the principle of spending like damn.
We know it's just you.
Yeah. It. I don't see the principle of spending personally 10K on a goddamn ring. It don't make no goddamn sense. But that's just me. And I have to, and I'm gonna let that go, and go ahead and buy it anyway. And on top of that, also pay for a fucking trip overseas.
Hey man.
Hey.
You
buy a bigger ring off the rip. They don't have to worry about upgrade.
Right.
That's all I can tell you.
That was my thinking.
Ain't gonna tell you how to be happy, but
Wasn't done.
I think it's foul play. I think if you accommodate all necessary needs, I think we should have a pass on not upgrading rings.
If you do it right the first time, you don't have any problems.
Well, I will say,
and you gotta wait, and you gotta wait longer too. Can't wait till the decade in, and then you got married too young, so now they're gonna expect the upgrade. So, you wait till you're 40, you're too goddamn old to be worrying about upgrading another goddamn ring. You're already damn near 60 by the time a decade comes. So ain't worrying about another ring. Now all they want to do is travel.
So both. I've sat up here and watch myself spend my whole bonus just so I could be happy on a new kitchen appliances.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I did that too. That's the same for the buy.
So let me ask you this. So all these upgrades, right? Upgrades to the ring. Your Anthony talking about new appliances in the kitchen. So where, and this could be a topic that we could, further massage further on. But what about an upgrade for the husband? What we get? What we get?
Man, you better hold that. Once again, you better come to reality and cut that out. You getting your Christopher Williams on. You dreaming.
You have a great point, and I will give you my tutorial how to capitalize on Father's Day.
That's what I'm about to say.
Okay. You got it. Yeah.
Tony Love did a great job.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Marriage is about compromise, right?
Hey, hold on. Before you go deep into that.
I'm listening.
I'm out of this one.
No, Rashawn, no. Actually, you're in it. Here's the thing.
Oh, not on that one.
If but here's the deal though. I'm listening to a lot of compromise from y'all. Like my man Anthony. And you just said you spend some of your bonuses on kitchen appliances.
Not some.
Huh?
not some.
Okay.
All of it.
Oh, okay. Oh. You also said that spend bonuses on upgrading on the ring. I mean, fellas, I think we're all educated here. It sounds like to me, compromise to me. Right? So my question is, if we're willing to make that type of compromise, then shouldn't we be looking for a compromise from our significant others? It's just a question.
Yeah. Once again,
I've got
like I'm a I get. You make it. You're doing the wrong thing. You're being logical. Logic don't fucking work in this scenario.
You know what I'm saying? But it also goes back to what we talked about last episode: is understanding your partner. So Like for me, like we talking about upgrading appliances and rings and stuff for them. That's what they want. Like for me, buying me a new TV. Like I've gotten that, getting a big screen TV or
PS5.
PS5s and surround sounds and AirPods, stuff like that. You know, that's my lane, I guess you could say, or or buying an expensive bottle of whiskey and shit like that. That's what the other half can do. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying though, because not everybody's like that. There are some people that just completely get the shaft. One way.
You know what? So. Yep. And I actually, the reason why I said it was I know that we talked about Anthony, don't give me no shit on this, but I know that we talked about doing a couple sessions. That could be a
topic. We're good. That's
I mean, all I'm saying that could be a topic, right?
Yeah, I like that. That would be very interesting.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I would like to be honest with you. I mean, and Rashawn,
I'm out of that one. I ain't saying shit. I'm out.
Rashawn, I get it. I understand what you're saying. Like, I totally understand what you're saying. But I would like to hear, like, for example, like I would like to hear from Peaches, like, how would she feel about that type of question?
Man, oh no. When it's my time, I'm gonna break that down in a second. When it's my closing, I got a wonderful scenario on that one.
Okay.
You know damn. Let's just be completely honest. You know damn well what's mine, Batman's. I just need to see Anthony's, but I know for sure Peaches and Dawn when they start talking about relating. Oh, bro, they're going to expose all our flaws on this goddamn podcast. They're going to be like, girl.
Exactly.
Girl, you know all the stuff I have to go through to deal with him. And I'm like, damn, Batman just want a ham sandwich and some head. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
fuck is that? With some mayo. That's it.
It's the mayo. Mayo.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Sean, it's a crawfish ball away, and he's happy. You know what I'm saying? Ty King, all he wants is peace and some shoes.
Or watch, which that's gonna be my ending scenario. Yeah. I'm gonna break that down.
My wife, you know what I gotta do to keep this nigga alive? Alive?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's kind of interesting because I pretty much want to show my wife to be like, oh, he got it, he got to have the latest and greatest. I'm like, most of the time I buy it myself. I don't see the big deal, but we'll see. It'll be an interest. I mean, technically, whatever, we can take that conversation, kind of analyze and say, hey, what is actually true or false? You know what I mean? Because I think in a lot of cases, it's just like an illusion in their head of what.
I was about to say they come up with their own theories and scenarios. That's my problem.
Exactly.
So, good point. But yeah, that should be fun too. And yeah, I agree that can be some great entertainment. Maybe some headaches, but I think it'll be some great entertainment.
Logical. Where are you thinking too logical, sir? Throw out all instincts when it comes to women.
Exactly. King, what you got in closing?
First of all, Aaron Rodgers would never be a Raider because of the fact of bitch ass John Gruden. So we're gonna just leave that scenario alone. I'm just gonna be stuck with the Bible thumper unfortunately, until that run is over. Definitely, y'all, Tony Love, Dry Snitch Goodell. It's great points on the wonderful stock tips to helping me out to understand this a little much better. And to the kind of piggyback ended up off of the finish up on what Twin was saying about that the significant other matching our gratitude, our generosity to them. I was in Jared yesterday, unfortunately, getting her ring cleaned, and she wants to start looking for rings for me. And then she don't want to give me one ring. She want to give me three. Yeah, a promise ring till we get married. Then it's like my work ring, and then my going out ring.
That's what good good credit happen. Make those things happen, bro. You're welcome.
But this is where it got real. With the going out ring, she wanted to drop 3 G's on it. I looked at her and she lost her goddamn mind. I said, you can give me this tag watch over a damn ring that I don't like diamonds. Like, is they big diamonds in there? I don't like them diamonds. I'm not a diamond cat. Cop me another plain ring and give me the watch. I'm tripping.
Damn. I had to find my own backup ring. She buying them for you.
Yeah. I ain't complaining now. I ain't complaining about no shit perform here. But I was just like, yo.
Negotiations.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yo.
He's just saying, mine.
He's mine at work. He's mine at home. And mine at play.
Yeah, and I'm telling her, like, yeah, she was like, I want yours, I want your ring to match my ring. I'm like, nah, I don't like that attention. I don't like that. Oh, you got me right here trying to bling that hard. I'm like, nah, give me that sexy ass tag watch that don't appreciate ever in life. Like, I'm good money in these streets.
Mine.
So now to it, like, yeah, they'll go out for you, but sometimes they'll go out the way because, like y'all just said, on what they think is logical for them. Not what I like, but what they like for me to have, that's not me.
And to be honest with you, for me, if I'm speaking for myself, it's for me, it's just quality time. It's not gifts. It's not anything material. It's quality time. I don't need her to upgrade my pot, upgrade a TV or anything like that. It's really quality time, bro.
So here's my analogy on that, right? So I know for us or whatever, as a group, I know each and every one of our individual, selves a little bit personal, right? So when we do something in regards like a wedding ring or whatever gift, it's a straight benefit in regards to them in most cases when we give. But think about it, when your woman gives to you, it's actually a influx in regards to her feeling of giving to you. So you never really win. That's the reason why it's like a situation
it's a
where
duality gift.
Yeah, it's like I did this for you, and it's like, well, if you did it for me, then why is such a big deal that you keep bringing it back up? Versus me, if I give it to my wife, I say, hey, here go $100, do what you want to do. Yeah, it's kind of like a situation where, hey, daddy, getting you some money. I'm just like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you won't just spend it in about 5 minutes, but it is what it is. So, I've come to that logic to like say, hey, look, it's a benefit for them, us giving to them and them giving to us. So it will always be about, like say for example, next podcast, whenever we do have our ladies talk on this thing, they'll talk more about what they do for us, and we'd be like, yeah, what the fuck we did for you, shit, because you think you feel like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you can buy them
tone love like this is gonna get interesting. You already thinking out scenarios that's gonna happen. You 10 step ahead of everybody else. I'm the same way.
Oh man.
So
I'm safe.
I married Nick Saban. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunflower season.
Success is not a continuum. We own this all the time. Everything is scripted out.
Okay.
And then they gonna get mad when I don't know the playbook. So baby, you ain't tell me what time you didn't say you was gonna go for a walk. But you overslept. You supposed to be up.
I'm gonna say we all male, female, we all have our flaws, we all have our mistakes, right? So at the end of the day, as long as both people are striving to be the best that they can be, that's all that matters.
Hold up. So everybody can hear, let's just talk about this. Can anybody hear you talking right now, twin?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear you? Oh, you getting brownie points. So it's just all bullshit. I need you back by yourself. I need you back. I need you back by.
No. Look, first off,
I need in the car. I need in the car twin talking right now. I don't need this on the subject.
He has been a lot metal. He's been a lot more chill and laid back and metal.
I'm at home.
This episode.
I'm at home. Yeah, I'm at home. I'm not.
Well, then we need your ass to be home more often than them reckless ass fucking rants you been on lately, Negro. Stay your ass home and be peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
probably had time to be home and be like, "Wow, Deshaun
I've been
Watson
home
is
before
good."
the podcast. He's heard everything.
Hey, in the car. Damn, Deshaun Watson at home. Oh, he's a decent
Tony, shit. You should let the house. Man, he really is that good. Wow.
As soon as you cross the threshold.
Now y'all make it look bad now. Y'all ain't helping the case. Now y'all make
you made the case, so we just on we rebuttaling what you put out there.
If we gonna rebuttal on Tiger King, we gonna rebuttal on you.
When I'm out in them streets, my whole mentality is totally different.
You don't say.
We know.
Hey, ain't got nothing to
This is well documented.
I like to see y'all Grubhub and try to do
Season 3 worth of documents.
Yeah, exactly. Man, there's been a lot of people that's been called bitches this season because of you in that inside that car.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. Back up. No, your whole what's his name? Gainus?
Giannis.
Look, you see how much the reckless you are. You
Genghis Khan.
Man, that.
No. What I'm about to say is, I sat here on this couch and called him a hoe. Go back to the podcast. I'm on this couch calling him a hoe. And guess what? Okay. He's still a hoe.
But did you not work that day?
I did not work it.
Because I'm just saying, if you was in that car brings a different kind of energy out of you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it does. Because I got my music on. I'm hyped. So, yeah. But look, don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. I can bring it right here too. But I mean, I got Layla around. Can't talk like
that. See, told you.
Got Layla.
Raheem,
like that.
Raheem, what you got in closing? You got 6 minutes for your foolishness.
All right. Well, somebody when they cross the Mexican wall or whatever, they change personalities. So let's just go with that one right there. Ty King, he needs to embrace Home Depot more often. Tony Love, whatever. It seems like you, Tony Love, you seem like your situation is the same situation like mine. So I feel for you next week.
I'm pressure washing the house tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah. Batman, stop, because you're making me look bad over here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for Shorty doo-wop or whatever. You know what I mean? And for me, I don't know why the fuck I keep doing these DIY projects thinking I'm just gonna save money, but I can't give my money to B people. So I'll be in a next couple weeks or whatever. Well, all of February, I'll be pretty much cursing HGTV out until I get it done. But it's gonna be an interesting run. So it is what it is. But stock. Hopefully, everybody just get more financially stable. You know what I mean? Let's stop talking about this street hustle shit. There's a bigger hustle that we can all win when they don't have to deal with this shit. So let's be aware. I mean, granted or whatever, I really wish I could have did this early in my 20s. Me personally, if I would have invested the money back in the day, I think I'd probably be. I mean, you can always make a change or whatever, but I think a lot of us would just be already rich. I mean, generational wealth.
Yeah.
True.
So.
But yeah, only thing for me, speaking of Home Depot, if you're scared of heights, don't get vaulted ceilings.
You don't
I had to change a bunch of light bulbs. It feels like they didn't buy the cheapest light bulbs, period, for this house. So I've been in here since September, October? Like, I didn't have lights all over the house go out So I had to go buy a ladder, climb the ladder, shaking and shit, reaching up, taking shit apart. Fucking
Really?
I'm horrified of heights.
Really, as the
Shut
giraffe
up.
you are, or whatever. Oh,
Yeah. Get the neck joke out the way.
It's the neck. It's the neck, man. It's the neck. That's all.
Whatever. Anyway,
he may be 6'4", but at his heart, he's 5'10".
Exactly. So hanging from the rim, man, it looks scary just from there. So, but yeah, that's that bullshit. Like, you don't realize how high some shit up. Like, I'm on top of the ladder and I gotta stretch out and reach. I ain't no short person like that. That's that bullshit. So, yeah, keep that in mind.
When you almost fall off the side of the building, the heights go out the door for me. I'm fine with it.
Oh,
hold on. So you got necrophobia?
Almost threw him out the Zoom meeting. That sound. I know it's a joke, but I don't think that's close. Anyway, I don't think that's what it's called. If it is, fuck you.
It's called acrophobia.
Also, necrophobia is something like with Phil.
Before we get off, Rashawn, what you do for your birthday?
No, we just had kept it simple and light, man. She bought me a lot of stuff already for my birthday. We went out to eat to Del Frisco's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we all we spent the evening in a hotel room.
Oh, okay.
So we kept it cool and chill.
Okay.
You know what? A part of me wants to say I thought you went to JCPenney's and took those pictures.
Nah, motherfucker. No.
Oh man, this boy here with the shots, man.
Hey! Y'all started, huh?
How we started?
No, JCPenney's here.
No, first of all, somebody said I was late.
So
you was late. Ain't somebody said you was late.
I know I was late.
Come on, R&B picture in front of the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna know what's
Oh man. On that note, let me say, my boy, we'll be back next week.
I got the whole list. I got all these else.
Make sure y'all check out Tony Love.
I told this shit about to come to an end.
Hey Tony, he took the vest and flapped it and then put his hands in his pocket.
You want to say?
Y'all stupid.
Which one? Hold on.
Good. I take all these pictures so I can remind her why my leg gonna come to a cease because this is what y'all do. So she gonna blame y'all why she can't get no more pictures going forward.
Nah, she deserves it, bro. You gotta take them pictures, man.
Mm-hmm. You got to, man.
Not with the rebuttals y'all motherfuckers giving our picture. I'll check out again.
Hey man, mine. That's what she said.
Yeah, well, y'all are fucking it up. Y'all is fucking it up. So I need to relax. She's coming after y'all. So that's all I can say.
Don't feel bad. Sean cut off his shark fin for you, for his.
Yeah, I guess.
On that note, we'll be back next week.
All right,
we'll be back next week. Staying out of trouble.
Talking all that noise, you better have good credit. God dang
it. But y'all be good, man.
All right,
man.
All right, later.
Bye, Layla.
Go Knicks.
Nobody cares about the Knicks.